between what separates a good collector from a great collector is taste.
I was like, stocks, bonds, real estate, this, that. He's like, no, CoroCoro, Manga, Pokemon.
My wife is concerned about me. Dude, you bought my Pokemon card for $16.5 million. You lunatic.
Peel Camp.
Peel Camp, baby.
I think that PSA 10 Glossy Pikachu would be more valuable than the PSA 10 Illustrator.
Like as you were on the up and up and you had your own discretionary income and you're kind of reintroduced to your childhood nostalgia, what was that first Grail that you decided to buy?
At the time, it was...
Welcome to the Treasure Hunters podcast. I am AJ Scaramucci. I'm joined by my fabulous co-hosts, my brother Tony Mucci. Welcome to the set. Woo. As well as the famous Jeremy Padawer, aka the Yoda of Collectibles. And we have a very special guest today in Logan Paul. Welcome, Logan.
Woo! Thank you very much.
Logan, this is quite the group of people here. We have all been connected through a magical Pikachu a few months ago.
Isn't that crazy?
Isn't that crazy? And
That's
we're all sitting here again.
Dude, it's nice to just talk to you about that whole purchase. And we've never officially debriefed about it.
We haven't.
Dude, you bought my Pokemon card for $16.5 million. You lunatic. What the heck? Dude, that's crazy.
It is absolutely crazy.
But you know what's funny? The fact that there were two other people
That's exactly it.
bidding against you at that volume is
yeah, for sure. It went nuts.
No, it's not. Like there was two more of you.
Yeah.
But we never knew. We never knew what the actual value was going to be. There was no price awareness because it was a private deal that we did back in the day.
Yeah.
Was that a general surprise to you, the 16.5 number?
I was saying 10.7. When it started getting the 13 range, I was like, oh man, this is becoming a pretty serious groundbreaking moment.
Definitely.
And when you know you're in that moment, it's kind of hard to take it all in.
Sure.
And obviously I had no idea that you were 10 feet away from me.
Yeah, sure.
Or that the person you were bidding
guy,
against was 6 feet away from me. He's like, hi, it was me. I'm just like, bro, this is insane. Insane.
Yeah, that was insane.
But it definitely went for higher than I thought.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely nuts.
No, it's
Before
crazy.
we get into that, though, I wanted to just go back in time to baby Logan. And I want to better understand where this collecting, whether it's addiction or fetish or interest, blossomed and how we got here today.
It's funny. I'd actually use all of those words to describe it. It's an addiction, fetish, interest. It's a passion. Man, probably like most collectors, something about gathering things that felt important to me was just something I liked to do. And when I was young, I obviously didn't have money. So the things that were important to me were just things that I thought looked cool or I liked to hold. So I would collect rocks, I would collect coins, and I didn't have money.
What kind
so
of rocks, Logan? What do we got?
Like geodes and things I'd find.
Yeah.
What are you talking?
AJ used to literally in the backyard.
Conglomerate. Yeah.
AJ growing up in the backyard used to literally be digging for dinosaur bones and he had egg cartons of rocks that he would collect.
Whoa! Okay, so you collect rocks too?
Yeah,
bro. Rocks, bro. For a poor child or not, but just a child who doesn't have money,
rocks are affordable.
Bro, rocks are affordable. you just go out in the backyard and get some rocks. And so then obviously I grew up and I did earn money and I got to nurture my passion for gathering things that I thought were significant, which obviously turned out to be Pokemon. But it was cool because when I was a kid collecting, I had that collecting thing in me. I like to, get trophies, pictures, some baseball cards when I was younger. I just loved Pokemon. I was actually thinking about it. I think Pokemon was my first or second actual love. I think the first was Harry Potter.
You skipped your mom and dad, just went right to Harry
Potter.
Skip Jake,
Honestly, bro, enough. Come on.
Listen,
Harry Potter.
Most of us need the fantasy. Based on the world that we live up in, it's great to be able to lose yourself in the fantasy of these IP.
And I did.
And these
you
things
did.
they're a portal.
They really are a portal. And I didn't realize it when I was a kid. I now understand it as an adult that I have a imaginative mind. I can like visualize something and then make it happen. Like that's why I like making videos so much, is because I could see how it looks or see the shot before I capture it. And so when I was a kid, I was just imagining these crazy scenarios. When I found Pokemon, it was like, oh my God, this is a whole other world built out for me, and I could do and be whatever I want in this game. And so I fell in love with Pokemon, and I was able to nurture that interest basically for the last 26 years. And then you come across some money, and you find out that the Pokemon cards are booming, and you can feed that passion even as an adult, which once I found that out, I was sold.
You know what's interesting? Like often people say that the 1980s were a incredible decade, and because you guys missed that decade almost entirely, you probably subscribed to it. I know you did. It was great. It was a great decade. But the magic of what occurred in the late 90s with Pokemon and Harry Potter is unmatched in terms of the impact that it's had on society and the impact that it's had on fandom. Like there's nothing quite like either of those brands in the world.
Insane. But for some reason the Harry Potter interest kind of waned.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but Pokemon just never did. And I think it was because, like, I'd like to consider myself like an adventurer and like a explorator, and in Pokemon you could do all those things. It's like they took the concept of man's best friend in companionship and made it gamified. You get to it's I literally think Pokemon is the perfect game. You get to raise essentially a pet alongside you that you develop a relationship with, to battle with and accomplish your quests.
That's right.
While you explore the world.
And you also get to like name things, and the character is you.
Yeah.
You know, where in Harry Potter, you're someone else's story.
Man, you just watch it
that
how
you're trying
easily.
to, like, fit into, where you create your own story in Pokemon. And when you look at like storytelling as well, like, you know, back in the day, you gather around the campfire, tell a story, pass it along, you know, traveler tales. Then it developed into writing it down, publishing a book, and then a movie, a painting. You know, the movie is a moving painting, a moving image. I think the highest level of storytelling is a video game, because you are the character, and you like fully immerse yourself and experience.
And it's two-way.
You know?
It's a two-way street. Yeah, with a video game, you are not just the character, but you're also determining the fate of the character, which a movie is a one-way push type of experience.
And the language of Pokemon is so genius too. Gotta catch them all,
bro.
Be the very best, like no one ever was. Right?
As a marketer and brand guy, I look at Pokemon and I'm telling you, it's the perfect game. Not just the way the game is played, but the name itself, the slogan, the song. Don't even get me started. I'm getting goosebumps. How did they nail every fucking thing, bro?
They did.
Pocket monsters. They worked hard for 5 to 6 years to develop this game and bring it to life.
And what captured you first? Was it the TCG? Was it the video game? The game.
The game.
Yeah, same.
Pokemon Crystal.
That was it.
Yeah. It was. I couldn't figure out how to get out of the house for the longest time. I was like, I literally was like, F this game. I'm done. My mom said Pokemon's fun. All the kids are playing it. Couldn't get out of the house. I threw it out. I brought my Pokemon Crystal game to GameStop. I was like, I'm redeeming this shit for cash. You know, they're like, we'll give you $8. I'm like, hey, what am I gonna do with $8?
Classic.
Maybe we could have bought some rocks, but. And so then I plugged it back in, and I was just like rage clicking. I was just, and one day my little character like exited the house, and I just see the region of Pokemon. I was like, this is awesome.
What were your the team of 6 that you assembled in Crystal? Like, did you have a go-to? Like, how did you go through that game?
I would generally pick the Pokemon I either thought were like OP, or that like I was more like let me have a powerful team.
Sure.
For me, I think it was like Typhlosion, always Steelix. I liked Alakazam a lot at the time. Gengar. Once you get your hands on a Dragonite at level 55, it's like, that's a wrap, bro. Fuck the Elite Four. I'm cooking. I don't know if that was 5 or 6, but
close enough.
My first ever Pokemon game, because AJ's like 7 years older than me, so I was born into like him already being a Pokemon maniac.
That's right.
And my first game was Fire Red, so I'm like a little bit of a later generation than you guys. And I obviously would only use Charizard. And every other Pokemon was like a HM slave or whatever. And like I would literally just like I'll never like Misty's gym number 2. Because you know how in Pokemon in the games you can't go past a certain level until you complete the gym. They won't listen to you. So in order to get past Misty's gym, because I refused to use anyone else but Charizard, I was also probably like 4 years old.
Wait, you talking about solo?
Yeah, solo Charizard. I beat the entire game with only Charizard.
Are you serious?
And I had Charizard at level like 40 at gym 2 because I was just grinding in the grass.
Bro, that's insane.
And I was like flame throwing water types.
That's insane.
He would die. I'd like throw an HM slave like level 1 Rattata, revive Charizard, throw him back out.
I've never heard HM slave. HM slave is crazy.
It's a very common like meme and term in the Pokemon game community.
No, I get it. I've just never heard it.
That's why Bidoof is worth so much because he can learn every single HM. He's the number 1 HM slave for the game. Bidoof is the one.
Man, I can give you guys some insight. I mean, like I've been with their partner for 20 years,
right. You just can't
and
fly.
I can sit in those rooms with those guys 20 years ago, and I can tell you that their planning and their ability to see the future is meticulous. They don't rush anything. When the world was going nuts on digital collectibles,
dude, and NFTs,
they held back.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
dude, I literally in my head I was like, Pokemon needs to nail this. They can do, and they didn't do anything.
They didn't do
anything.
anything.
They came out with Pokemon Pocket TCG
Yes.
and nailed it.
They
made their own NFT, and guess what? It actually works.
It works.
Yes,
it works. They're so good.
They're so good, and
they have been for so long.
And I can tell you, having been in the rooms with all of the IP holders, there's nobody as good for 2 reasons. It's born from extraordinary passion. Okay, you had people literally lying in grass and watching insects and understanding the superheroic traits of insects. Back in the day,
So, yeah, Satoshi,
the origin story,
yeah.
absolutely. But then the people that have worked on the brand have been very consistent over 3 decades. And so not only do they have the vision and the consistency, but they also had the passion, and it's a perfect match. And then frankly speaking, they understand the purpose of their partners, which is the only reason why a small toy company was able to become their global master toy partner. It's only happened twice. Once with Kenner being purchased by Hasbro and by Star Wars, and once by Pokemon partnering with us when they partnered with Niantic.
Wow.
Because they just wanted to have the right partner. So they bypassed billion-dollar companies to mint a small company to be the next big one, only because of passion and their absolute extraordinary desire to have the best product in the world. That is amazing, and it's almost impossible. You can't that's not a game plan. Like you can't start a business and go, you know what I'm going to do?
Totally.
I was kind of thinking just about the broad business of where the Pokemon company's at, and if you think about it, they're really in uncharted territory. Like they are leading the path for what a really successful IP should and could look like. And it's interesting because like at this point, if I'm them, like they got to be a little wary. Like there's no blueprint. And to keep that passion up and to keep making the right decisions year after year after year, it gets harder the longer you go. Longevity really is the name of the game. And then they'll drop a banger like Pokemon Go out of nowhere, and it like reignites the passion and interest. And I'm really hoping that they continue to innovate and captivate.
I just want him to make a pixel art game again, personally.
I know. I tweeted that once and got flamed for it. Then I tweeted it I was like, they should remake the game for like kids who grew up with it. And then they released I think it was Fire Red.
Yeah, they just did it.
on Switch. Like 2 months after it was obviously inspired by me, obviously.
You're welcome.
Shout out Ishihara. I got you, bro. I got you. Any ideas? I got you.
So on the TCG, like as you were on the up and up, and you had your own discretionary income, and you're kind of reintroduced to your childhood nostalgia, what was that first Grail that you decided to buy? I know you got in touch with this guy around 2019, but tell us more there.
At the time, it was my favorite Pokemon. It was among the first set of Pokemon that I bought. It was Alakazam. It was the first edition Alakazam.
Yeah, good idea.
That's his favorite Pokemon too.
Is it really?
Yeah, kind of freaked out actually with the rocks and the.
Yeah, it's actually insane. But it also makes sense, bro. When you bought the card and you're like, it's for a treasure hunt. I was like, bro, I love treasure hunts, bro. I love treasure hunts. I think the first story that I was enamored with as a child, like just enamored with, was Blackbeard, the pirate, and the buried treasure. And I was just like, this is insane. I've just been obsessed with pirates and treasure hunting forever.
That's why we love One Piece, huh?
Dude, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Hey, you're not allowed to like One Piece, bro. You know better. You know better than that.
Sorry.
Don't you LARP, bro. You know what LARP stands for?
No.
Logan's a real pirate.
Funny, dude.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good flippable moment. But it was Alakazam. Why do you like Alakazam? What was the card? Or you?
So two reasons. So for me, I feel like most of the things I'm interested in as an adult like strike a nostalgia chord, and if they don't, I'm like maybe I'll learn about it and then develop interest, like this recent CoroCoro quest I went on. But dude, Alakazam, like I just won so many battles with my guy, Psychic and then Recover, on this like OP like Psychic Pokemon, but he got a little frail in the later games, and so like kind of lost. Yeah,
low defense. So.
Yeah, I lost my passion for him. But
you got to get him in Timid Nature. Are you familiar with Natures?
No.
Okay, so there was a time I was probably like 9 years old, and you ever heard of Cerebi.com?
Yeah, of course.
So the greatest website ever. You used to like, spend every day on that website. Okay. And I remember learning on Cerebi.com that every Pokemon has a specific nature that's best for them and their stats. So there's 36 natures in Pokemon. You have a 1 in 36 chance of catching the Pokemon in the right nature. So like Charizard, you can get him in Modest or Adamant. It will make him a physical attacker or a special attacker. So Flamethrower is like a special attack move. Think of like a projectile. Yep. Or like Flare Blitz is a physical attack move. And you like design your Pokemon's moveset based off the natures they're in. And when we learned that, we had like every Pokemon, we had like Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, level 100, everything.
And
we realized
catch them in their nature?
Yeah.
But we realized they weren't in the right natures.
Deleted the
and I'll never forget deleting everything.
Oh, shit.
Deleting it and then becoming a Pokemon perfectionist and restarting the game thousands
you
of
too.
times.
I remember you telling me you guys entered tournaments and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And like, but yeah, so Alakazam, the best nature to get him in is Timid.
Good to know. Yeah. Good to know. If I ever go back. Nah, but overall, so Alakazam was among the first cards that I bought. But and I love the way it looked. That's also important to me.
Cool.
Any collectible I buy, I have to like the way that it looks.
And this is the English
first edition. Okay. Which when I found out about first edition, where you going, bro? My guy. When I found out
He's
about
grabbing an Alakazam card, probably.
That's insane.
Oh, here we go.
I'm actually thinking about it.
By the way, while he's grabbing that, I'll just say that this is everything that I imagine Pokemon would have wanted.
Shut the f up. Oh my God, this was it. You have it. Yeah, bro.
So
yes.
Logan. That was my first Grail purchase as well, dude.
Are you serious?
What the f is that?
It is true. I do remember that. I remember thinking he was
insane.
nuts. He dropped
in 2019.
And what'd you pay for that in 2019?
Probably $4,000 to $6,000.
I think I paid a little more.
Yeah,
I bought mine in 2020.
Around that. Yeah.
And
oh my God.
I'm pretty well.
And that was a lot of money for me at the time.
Yeah, of course, bro. It's cardboard.
I know.
Yeah,
but also it's just paper for cardboard. You know what's funny? I look at it's funny. I look
it's
at
freaking me out a little
bit. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
No, it's not. It's crazy. I mean, bro, we bought the same Pikachu card for an exorbitant amount of money. Like, clearly. Like, all right, I love this saying.
Good point.
I love this saying. This maybe doesn't apply to you.
Go ahead.
But we're all here because we're not all there.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it applies.
But he feels pretty grounded.
Yeah, he does. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, that's because I've had time. I've had plenty of time. 20 years ago.
To piece it together.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's weird, dude.
But you know, one of the reasons why I think that Pokemon has staying power, it has staying power because they didn't dumb it down for the young kids. The young kids can experience it on one level. As they get older, they can grow into the game. It's complex. Like the way you guys talk about it, it has a complexity to it that you have to kind of grow up with to really fully appreciate.
And some of it is more complex than others, both the intricacies of each specific game and the games in general. But you can be a 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old and understand it. That's right. You won't probably maybe know nature's right off the bat.
There's a learning curve to it. You could just
you can just play it.
Infinite, for example, I don't really know how to play the trading card game like professionally.
Yep.
But I know everything possible about the video game.
Yep.
There's someone else out there that is a massive Pokemon fan that knows everything about the trading card game, but not as much about the video game.
Yep.
Which makes it beautiful. There's like all these different categories.
You still play any Pokemon games?
Literally 24/7, like all the time.
On what?
I play on the Delta app on my phone.
Okay.
So,
fan-made games.
So I'm actually
no, they're very good.
Made you as a trainer in my fan-made game.
This is amazing.
Do
you whoop my ass?
I got to figure out where to put you.
Yeah. You play Unite?
Yeah, I played, but here, this is like, Check out my team.
Oh my God. Okay. Shiny red Gyarados, shiny Charizard.
Shiny everything.
Oh my gosh. Shiny everything. Oh, this is OP, bro. You're cooking.
Yeah.
Love seeing Gengar,
I just
bro.
became the champion. It's Pokemon Unbound.
Congrats.
This
is big for you. Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah, no.
Dude, it's so funny. Like, you know, my inclination is to call you a nerd.
Yeah.
But like, I realized like I am a nerd as well. Like, I get it. I'm in it. I see tweets on X, and someone today actually I responded to. I don't often, but it was like, this this is the type of guy who would have bullied me in high school for liking Pokemon. Bro, I liked Pokemon, bro. I liked Pokemon. Like, bro, first off, I'm not a bully. I wasn't bullying kids. Second off, if I was bullying you, it'd probably be for your like Twitter profile picture, which this person's profile picture was insane. Just tits.
What?
Just like a shot
He's
from right
trolling
here.
you
Just
with
like,
boobs on the thing.
boobs and nipple. And he has the audacity to tell me I'm gonna bully him for my biggest passion in life. F you. But I will bully you for your profile picture.
One thing I will give you a lot of credit for is like, you know, obviously, I mean, we were, you know, as us working in Treasure Trove, we're building like a media kind of like, you know, and definitely like me, I'm like researching you and your videos and how you edit them, and you know, you are a true filmmaker.
Thanks.
And I don't know if you remember, but I did produce a music video that you directed like in 2021.
Yeah, I know. You reminded me.
Yeah.
No, I remember now.
I feel like, you know, you are at that sort of top position as, you know, out of all the Pokemon content creators, you are in that sort of top position in the hot seat, and you're spending the most money and doing the most things, and there's a lot of controversy behind that, obviously, because you're in that position. But I feel like you handle it very well, so I just wanted to give you a little credit. It's not easy.
Thank you. No, look, I do what I love, which is creating content and telling amazing stories. I recognize that I'm in a position because I have, you know, a decent amount of money. I can make purchases and tie them to stories that I just don't know if anyone is able to tell them like that. That kind of excites me. It's unexplored ground that I can go out and like tell a really cool story, and I have the resources to even just find the things. Like that's part of collecting. It's the hunt. That's what makes the acquisition so important and special, because the journey is represented in a physical thing, and that's what makes collecting fun. And I have the network and resources to both find the thing, get the thing, and then retroactively try to explain to people why this is interesting. Yeah, because that's kind of all, at least storytelling in the Pokemon world really is. Why is this important? Why does this collectible have value? Like why? The Alakazam just showed me, it's just a piece of cardboard, bro. Sure. It's literally just a piece of cardboard. Why do you like it?
It's the story, it's the narrative, it's the nostalgia, it's the memory.
It's the genesis.
It's the physical manifestation of imagination.
Yeah. Yep. I love. Well put.
Well, I'll say this to you. When we first connected 7 years ago, which is amazing how fast time flies. And you must have been like 23 years old or something. I didn't get the sense that you had, you know, all the resources, but you had all the passion and desire. And you know, it's interesting because you put a large percentage of your available liquidity into that card at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, is that fair to say?
Oh, yeah.
And so the interesting thing about
I took all the money I made from the Floyd fight and bought that card.
That's unbelievable. I mean, actually, I believe it, because I remember I was picking up all the vibes. But like, the thing that I find the most impressive is that, like Pokemon, okay, and I've said they're meticulous and they spend a lot of time thinking about the way they're doing it. I think the first time I talked to you, I said, oh my God, I said, the one thing I get about you is how smart you are.
Oh, thank you.
And then a year goes by after you pay $5.4 million for that card. That's when you start to communicate and drop the video about it on a much higher level. Nothing about that is opportunism. Opportunism is buying something for $1 and then telling a story as fast as humanly possible and flipping it for the best ROI. What you did was you bought it. You spent a lot of time thinking about how to best tell the story passionately, by the way. Tied people in who a lot of people who are 23 wouldn't have tied in. I remember you reached out to me and said, hey, would you come with me to Dubai? And And I said, I don't know, at the time I was 47. I mean, I'm fucking old, guys. I was like, I don't think a 47-year-old's like right for your content. You go, no, you're perfect for my content.
Oh yeah.
And that made me feel so great, honestly. So then we go, right? So we go to Dubai together. You do the thing a year later, and then 4 more years go by, 5 more years go by until you sell it. I just want people to really think about that, because there's nothing about that says opportunism to me.
Unfortunately, everything you're saying doesn't matter, because there's no way anyone who doesn't like me will resonate with that or believe it. I fucking appreciate you, and and I know that, and it's a shame that I am in this weird position where, like, even on this podcast, I'm like, yo, do I have to, like, how do I, like, prove that I actually give a f? Yeah. How do I? And then I go, wait a second. Why do I have to prove that I give a f? I know I give a f. So, like, fuck them. But contrarily, I am a firm believer in the belief that everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I'm entitled to not give a f about your opinion. And bro, and if that's how it may be, so be it. But I also do want to give a shout out to the community, to people like you, because when I go on these quests of epic proportion that I'm like, yo, I think I can be the one person that can get this done. I need the community. I need to have a network of people who love Pokemon and are connected and understand it and know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy that might spurt my next quest. And dude, I couldn't do anything that I do in Pokemon without the community and the people who also love it. And it's so interesting because there is a lot of noise online, and I'm controversial, and people question my love for the game. And it's a lot of chatter, but I think it is a very vocal minority. Because when I tell you, I'm not exaggerating, when I tell you, not a single person who I reached out to get a card, learn something about something, ask a question, get connected to someone else, not a single person has ever denied me the request. The community is so open-armed and welcoming and wants to share this passion that we all love now as adults. It's a really beautiful thing, and it sucks that it's kind of, the water has been dirtied by a few just like unhappy, like unfulfilled people. And bro, God bless those people. Yeah. God, you have an opinion about me, and you're totally entitled to that. And God bless you, man. Like,
so when you go back to some of those first big purchases that you made, and you built that conviction, and you went all in, so to speak, and you've continuously reinvested and gone all in again and again in Pokemon.
I didn't think I was gonna.
So take us back to 23-year-old Logan, who's pulling the trigger with Jeremy and Dubsy, or even when you were with Gary buying the Charizard for 150. Those were huge purchases at the time.
Yeah.
How did you get to that conviction? What was going through your head?
So I did not have the conviction. It was very much a optimistic gamble. Like, at best, I was like, man, I like this stuff. It matters to me. So I'll buy a first edition box for $200,000. That seems cool. And then I made the video on it, and the box break went crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, people like this. There might be something here. And I've been so vocal about what I'm about to say, and I'll say it again. And I think like people maybe like misconstrue the one part of it. But when I can combine my passion with business and media, dude, I'm in my bag. That trifecta is it fuels me. I can make a business around something I really care about, then tell epic stories about it. Oh, what a dream. You know, I mean, you're a creator, like, that's awesome. And even if you have 2 or the 3 of those, which just happen in some portions or parts of my life, that's great. But when I started telling stories around these things, I went, oh my gosh, people care. And so, you know, maybe there's some meat on this bone. And if I explore the depths of Pokemon in a way that I just don't think people are able to, like, who's showing up to, you know, King Gary's house with a briefcase full of $150,000 cash, sitting next to Lana Rhodes, which, by the way, I look back at that video and, like, bro, Lana Rhodes is just in the background, like, what the like fuck is going on? Dude, my beer's out to here. What was I thinking? But I didn't have the conviction, but I knew I cared. And so, worst case scenario, if this cardboard went to shit, I still got my guy, my Charizard, and that mattered to me.
Well, did you have any second doubts after, you know, we went to Dubai and bought the very expensive Pikachu Illustrator card?
Very expensive.
Yeah.
5275.
5275. Yeah.
Yep. The answer is yes, but the doubts came later because, as we saw, the market dipped a bit.
Yeah.
Corrected, some may say. I don't know what do you want to call it, but like markets fluctuate, and there was a time where like, man, I had people telling me like, yo, you'd be lucky to sell that card for $2 million, and I went, I just think you're wrong.
100%.
I think you're wrong. I just don't believe you. In that moment, like I had to maybe find that conviction again, and it came, 4 or 5 years later. But regardless, I was still holding the card, and I'm like, this is the greatest Pokemon card in the entire world, and I have it. What it's worth is like kind of irrelevant. It's mine.
Sure.
I have it, and you're saying it's worth $2 million? I don't believe you. It's so funny, bro. When I was thinking about selling it, because I'm looking down the barrel of my future, and I see, oh my gosh, this wedding's expensive.
Yeah. It was amazing.
He was there. It was very good.
I was like, he's going to have to sell that card now.
I'm like, this is expensive. Seeing my house, about to have a daughter. I'm like, man, I might have to sell this card. I'm going to start exploring it. So I put some feelers out, because this isn't a card you just take to the market. You got it. You had to do it right.
Yeah.
And I started exploring, and I met with this guy from Asia.
Hong Kong.
Yeah. You know, I think
Pokemon TM.
Yeah. Have you met him in person?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't.
He's the one who bought the Cheeto, right? The Cheeto card?
Yes,
Yeah.
He's the Cheeto.
Oh my God.
He's awesome. I love him.
He's very passionate, guys.
Oh yeah, and he's cool as fuck in real life. Right? Just like you and I. Like, bro, we gambled all night. We were way up, and then we lost it all. and bro, we
Was the Cheeto on the board at any point?
No, he didn't.
I'll raise you $186,000.
Dude, we joked about it. Because I had my Illustrator in the high roller, the high limit tables up at the top, and I was thinking about putting that Illustrator on the table all on black.
Oh God!
But no, I was definitely drunk, really drunk, and so he came to Vegas to potentially do a deal about this card.
Oh yeah.
So we get into this room and we're talking about it, and I was like, man, like, I think it's a $7 million card, and like I would sell it to you for $7 million right now. And he's looking at it, and his first comment was, I've seen a lot of things about this online, but when I'm looking at this in person, it's much better than everyone's saying online. Mm-hmm. Which, as you know, people question the condition of the card, of course. And it is fantastic.
Fantastic.
It's better than the Alakazam you just showed me, which is also a PSA. I know it is, because I compared it to my Alakazam. That's the first thing he said. And then he was just kind of stuck. And he's like, man, like, I just don't know. And I was like, all right, man, because like I'm not negotiating. The number's $7 million. And then after that, I was like, I think this card's actually worth more than $7 million. I sat out, I was like, I'm not that desperate to sell it right now. Let me do this right if I'm going to move this.
You had a feeling.
Had a feeling. Then I met with Ken, and then
Maniac.
Genius.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Fucking genius. I love Ken Golden.
What I'm holding in my hand.
Dude, I love it. That's right. Then I met with Ken, and we put this marketing plan behind it, and we educated people on the card, because that's what the storytelling. Why is this card important? It's important that story is known, and the fact that it's a one-of-one helps.
It's very helpful.
Unbelievably.
Yeah.
And it's the #1 IP in history.
And that's not changing anytime soon.
No. Listen, I think that the card needed a public sale for Pokemon. And I don't mean for Pokemon, the company. I mean for the collector community, just to see what the Grail of Grails, the most iconic card in the hobby, would be worth. And I actually think it's interesting, because generally speaking, you don't see a 3x on even the top item. You see more of a gradual 30%, 40% increase between sales. That was the beauty of buying it privately. And then, now for you, which I find interesting, is that I actually believe the card's worth more than that. I mean, if it were to sell today, and you had it on a public sale, and because you don't capture the full audience, neither of you did. Not even Golden is as good as it gets, and you're still not capturing people who don't absolutely understand Pokemon. But as collectibles become a asset class, and it becomes an institutional class, and becomes something beyond, I think I think that the number is going to be fascinating to all of us one day as time moves on.
Yeah, he's right. What's your plan with it?
While we're in the process of getting into a museum, like a big museum right now, so people can see it, enjoy it. You
said you took it to an event once and let a bunch of kids try it on?
Yeah, we had literally we had one infant child who was like 9 months old wearing it.
Bro.
Yeah.
We probably had, we went to Deep Pocket Monsters
card party.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we had probably 200-300 kids.
Yeah.
I love that, bro.
But
yeah, it's really fun.
I love that.
Media-wise, we're telling, a story, the treasure hunt, because AJ's had his eyes on this card for years. He was trying to find, even before you bought it, he was telling me, like, I need to get this card. Like,
dude.
He's like, it's definitely a huge goal of his.
I heard that AJ Scaramucci was potentially interested in my card.
Yeah.
And after that $7 million deal did not go through, I literally was like, F this. I'm going to prove to everyone just how much this card is worth. Sure. So when they told me you were reaching out about it, I was like, yeah. I'm sure we'll figure, maybe like eventually. And I knew your name.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't know what you looked like. Mm-hmm. So when you guys came that night, and I was like,
didn't register.
I was like, what are you guys doing here? I didn't know you were AJ Scaramucci, and you're like, I think I'm bidding on your card, man. And I was like, what? No, there's no way, bro. Because, bro, you're so young. You're so young, dude. You don't expect a guy like you to have 16.5 million extra shekels lying around.
Yeah.
And I literally was like, okay. Good luck.
That sounds good, bro.
Okay, buddy. and then at the end, you came into me. You're like, I bought your card, man.
Yeah.
I was just stunned.
The meme moment.
The meme.
Yeah, I got memed to hell.
Yeah. Buying Bitcoin at 250K. It was like the meme.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was insane.
I mean, that night, like me personally and like my cousin that was also there, we were documenting it. Like, we probably got like 30 minutes of sleep. And the next day, I was so much energy. I was just so happy.
Magic
I just
night,
couldn't even
bro.
believe it,
Yeah.
And then we just saw the card the other day. We like visited it and did some content with it.
Yeah.
Just like seeing her or him or Pikachu for that short moment, like it just hits you in the core. Like it really like.
Yeah.
Well, it is
you high. It makes you feel
we
like
talked
a kid.
about this. It is like holding the Honus Wagner PSA 8 T206 or the 52 Mantle PSA 10. There are a few things that humans revere so much that they lose their status as a physical object and they become something more iconic than that.
Yeah.
That's one thing about collecting, and that's one thing about being a human that I particularly love, because we're not so pragmatic that we don't turn things into icons. And I don't know. For me, that's part of being collecting is to understand the Grail in a category and to be so close to it. It's been a privilege for me.
I feel like collecting helps understand the human condition, and a part of the controversy, I feel like, is the world stage, the screen separates us all, and people seem to forget that, like, in the day, like, Logan is a human buying these things because that's what his journey has led to. You know what I mean? And like every decision you make, every risk you take describes the human condition.
Move you
and if you
Sorry.
risk nothing, you become nothing, achieve nothing, be nothing.
Poetic.
So, yeah.
Beautiful.
Hey, I want to let you know something.
Oh, God.
Better watch your ass, buddy.
Uh-oh.
I'm coming for that card.
Glossy Pikachu.
I'm trying to get a card that will rival that
I
card.
see what's happening.
Bro,
I see what's happening.
I'm telling you.
I see what's happening.
Peel Camp.
Peel Camp, baby.
Yeah, Peel Camp. Yeah.
Peel Camp.
Yeah.
By the way, I think that was like one of the greatest videos you ever
Dude,
made.
thank you.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Congratulations, amazing storytelling.
It was sick. It was sick.
Thank you, bro.
I watched that. It flew by.
Crazy
really
quest.
good.
Crazy.
So how does that quest begin? Like, what was the
Dude,
trigger?
this is the most fucked part about these quests that I go on. It is one person, a singular person that's like, have you heard about this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? It always starts, huh? And then I get educated on it and I get obsessed. And when I tell you obsessed, I mean like my wife is concerned about me. Dude, like the obsession is
It's overwhelming.
it's either bad or I don't know what it is, but I think in another life I was like a private investigator or like a detective or like a litigator or something. Yeah, because bro, I get like I just need to figure it out. I need to make it happen. Like very goal oriented, but also to your point, I think my secret weapon is that I'm actually kind of smart. Surprise, surprise. I look dumb and I sometimes play dumb, but I am able to use the intelligence I have to dissect something and then figure out what is a way I can make this digestible for people to care about. Because that's all really, to me, marketing is making people care.
Connecting.
How can you make them care? How can you make them feel something? And if you tell a good story, perhaps you can make someone care about something. So I heard about this glossy Pikachu from 1996, came from within CoroCoro comic, which, as you saw in the video, I've been saying for years, which the Pikachu Illustrator also, the contest originated from CoroCoro comic. But I never explored what that was. When I found out the first two Pokemon trading cards, I gotta make that distinction. I try to.
Especially with this guy here. You gotta
Oh, I know. He knows his history.
That wasn't about you, by the way.
No. No, you're right. People say, well, there were cards before that. And that is actually correct.
It is,
there were cards that weren't the Pokemon trading card game.
Yes.
Both awesome. But the first two official Pokemon trading cards came from inside this CoroCoro book.
100%.
And when I found out that there were no perfect PSA 10 glossy Pikachus, impossible quest.
Yeah, sure.
Count me in. Impossible, let's find the out. But the only way to do it would be to peel these cards from these 30-year-old books that are artifacts in itself. Like these 223s could be $1 million books one day. And I'm not just saying, these books are insane. Yeah. And so if you peel that card and it's not a 10, which it's probably not going to be, man.
It's ruining the book.
You're the book just dropped 80-90% in value. He was there. He was there.
I know.
When I revealed the 2 and the 5, I'm like, Jeremy, I'm gonna do it. I'm getting the PSA 10 glossy Pikachu today. $10 million card today. I moved my finger. 5. And then, do you remember what you said to me after I got the 2 and the 5?
What did I say?
It was something along the lines of, I don't think this gamble is worth it.
Sorry, man.
It's a dagger.
I feel like I'm a
dagger for Jeremy.
It's sad that that's.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No.
I'm the worst guy to have around.
How do you feel 2 through 5, dude? That was sick.
2 and 5 was.
How's this podcast on a scale of 2 to 5?
From Big Mike.
Comment below. Best line of the doc.
That was good.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Bro, all I can tell you is this: you have in what I'm holding in my hand. What you have in your hands are these books that, no doubt, as the value of these cards go up, are only increasing in value by the moment.
Yeah.
And then there's this absolute moment in time. You're taking a huge risk peeling them back. So where are you at with this right now? Like, are you going to continue down the path?
Yeah.
This next weekend, after the National, I'm going to peel the cards live in front of thousands of people. I got what's called the pre-production sheet. You saw the video. We cut it in half. I found out if you cut the card in half, you get a little more leverage. And I'll put it like this, bro. If that Pikachu is not a 10, the mission is probably over.
Damn.
Yeah. I think this is my last shot. It's the best pre-production sheet I have. I paid $400,000 for it. And man, I'm telling you, after I went through peel camp and peeled, I think about 40 of these unpeeled sheets from CoroCoro.
Oh my God.
The gem mint rate is about 5%.
Yeah. 1 in 20.
And what
It's
is
bad.
Why is it so low? What's making it so low?
Never tell me the odds. Han Solo.
Yeah.
It's so many things can go wrong. Little dents in the corner. The centering is notoriously off for these CoroCoro cards. The surface is glossy. That's how they got it to stick to the card. But with that glossy surface comes defects much easier. And I'm gonna need a miracle. Like, I'm gonna need a miracle to peel this 10. And then you know what else? I'm just gonna fucking say this, bro.
Let's hear it.
Because everyone says online, oh, of course PSA is gonna give Logan the 10. Sure. He's in their pockets. He just pays them $10 million for the. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
PSA would never do that.
The company that big would never, ever fucking do that. Okay, so they can't be bribed. I do understand the dialogue about, oh, I'm me. They're gonna want this publicity. They give me a 10. Looks good for them. I'm happy. They're happy. But guess what's I'm gonna say it, bro. Guess what I believe is happening?
Anti-Logan Paul.
I think the reverse effect is happening. I think they're grading extra hard.
The LPE, the Logan Paul effect.
As well. PSA has just hit a major reset. You know, they shut their doors down, they stopped grading, and they like expanded. They have more grading facilities now. So people are saying that they're harder graders ever since that.
Okay, so I either that is true or like I'm getting bro. Like I am not getting the favors that everyone thinks I'm getting. I know because I'm submitting cards trying to get the 10s that I look at and I'm like, dude, this Gray Star Jigglypuff has got to be a 10.
Close, yeah, stop.
I submitted 3. I submitted
9,
3.
I think, right?
They all 3 got 9s, and the one should have been a 10. I cracked it out. I resubmitted it. It 9'd again. The others went from 9 to 8 and 9 to 7. I think I may have damaged them a little when I was cracking them out. Oopsies. But like, it's simply not having the effect that everyone thinks. And so when I peel this, you know, God willing, perfect 1996 glossy Pikachu, I may submit it anonymously.
Makes sense.
That's the move.
Yeah, I think it's the move.
We'll submit it for you. I'm just kidding.
Dude, no, because I'm gonna do the same thing to you. And by the way,
I'm just kidding.
dude, I adore
Need a
PSA.
proxy.
I love them.
Same.
I'm an investor in them, and bro, I'm just speaking my truth here. I think they're grading harder for me because of some of the reputational issues that they've had. If a grade is now questioned because I'm me, that's bad.
Yeah.
And I actually get that. I get that. And the resolve would then be to just submit it anonymously. However, I do want to submit it the day after I peel it at the National to just see. But I'll just
What
tell
a coincidence.
I'll just tell them if it's not a 10, don't slap
You're
it.
doing it anonymously too.
So, do you remember the other thing I said to you? Actually, more recently, outside of the, I don't think it's a good idea, but the other thing I said to you was, people find vulnerability aspirational. And it's something you know as well as anybody. I mean, you're as authentic as they get as far as I'm concerned in terms of like being a friend. Like you're very authentic on the level guy.
Thank you.
When you go to the shelf and you've got Superman sitting next to Spider-Man sitting next to Batman, 95 out of 100 times the kids will choose Spider-Man and Batman over Superman. Why? Because Superman is invulnerable. Superman can beat anybody. Okay, there's Krypton and it can back them down a little bit. But for the most part, Superman's not aspirational. You can't really be Superman. And Superman doesn't need anything. Superman needs nothing. So Batman needs cool stuff, and Spider-Man can swing from buildings. The bottom line is this. When it occurred, I thought, I wanted you to get a 10. As a friend, I wanted to see you get a 10, and I thought it would have been an amazing thing to be around to see that. But when it was a 5, I actually thought, this is actually going to be good. Because for so many reasons, but for mostly because then you're Spider-Man instead of Superman for a minute.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
You'll understand this as someone who tells stories. I was gutted when I got that 5 and 2. I mean, especially the 2. What the f***?
Yeah, that was
Like, bro, I was like, this Pikachu's a 9. It got a 5. I was so off. And I learned about the bend defect, which I didn't think was. I didn't think the way the car, even if it like curved a little bit, I didn't think it was a big deal. Apparently, it automatically
of course,
things it down. Okay,
They're in a book. Like, I mean,
yeah. What'd you expect? But
they have to curve.
I was disappointed, and then a couple days after, I when I was like kind of regathering myself, I was like, you know what, this is actually a great story beat because now the quest just got now it's real.
Yeah,
so
an intrigue.
in storytelling, there's something called the inciting incident. Right? It's so
The
basic,
2?
for example, like let's take Star Wars as a perfect example. You know, Luke Skywalker was a farmer, like yearning for more. If his parents didn't get flamethrowered by the stormtroopers, there would be no Star Wars. So in storytelling, in movies, the pattern is there to be an inciting incident. There has to be conflict. If there's no conflict, there's no story.
Yep.
So there you go.
I know.
Also, to cheer you up, I'm going to rip a 223 pack on Ripit.com.
Yo, my guy just plugged for me. Oh my God, a 223 pack live on air.
Is it rigged? Here we go.
Is it rigged?
Can we get it?
Wow.
Let's see what we get.
Oh my God, son!
Made some money.
Son!
Not bad.
See, it's not rigged. It works.
Son!
280.
No, they're gonna say it's rigged.
First edition Zapdos. I don't have that card.
That's
and
pretty good.
I'm gonna keep that.
Yes, let's go. No, that's crazy. So I actually just responded to someone today because people are asking actually fair questions. Someone like, can't you just pick the cards and leave us with the bad cards? We use a algorithm called Fisher-Yates. It's a randomization algorithm that makes sure that the cards are indeed randomized in the pack, and we're third-party audited. So like, there's no way that what we show you in the pack isn't completely randomized, and that the odds are exactly what we say. Yeah. The fact that you just hit that is f***ing awesome. Yeah. First off, thank you.
Of course.
Thank you for supporting the platform. Digital repacks are an insane business.
Yeah, they are.
I bet.
Insane.
It's too fun.
It is entertainment shopping at a level where like I got obsessed with it, and I was using what now I guess are technically our competitors, and they offered me equity. Some of them, the biggest one actually.
Courtyard is the biggest one. GameStop.
Courtyard might be now.
Yeah.
I was getting involved. There's
Arena.
You could figure it out.
Yeah.
It's a healthy offer. Yeah. But I figured maybe I could just do this myself with the right partners, which is obviously super important because let's be honest, like I've had some colossal failures in the tech development space, mostly involving the blockchain. And so while there are competitors of ours that are doing digital repacks on the blockchain, we're completely removed. And the people I partner with did 99 Originals, my Polaroid project. They built a site. It was not easy. And that was a project on the blockchain that worked. And these guys are ninjas. I think this is the one.
I mean, it's a good name. Also,
Ripit, yeah,
it's
thanks. The branding's crazy.
I mean, like people say Ripit, unrelated to you. And it's
they're
like,
helping me
just
brand
by opening a pack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Ripit. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
well, that was why.
Exactly.
When we were able to secure that trademark, it was like,
that was an incredible trademark.
It was like, damn, that was
good,
easy.
right?
Unbelievable. When the moment you said that, I was immediately like, that is awesome.
Thanks,
There's a few things like that where like, especially in trademarking, where you're like, wow, like I can't believe nobody thought of this is meant to be.
Like, I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a great one.
Like,
so
Jeremy's just
Sorry.
the fact that it's never.
Oh, that was 1987. Sorry, you guys weren't alive.
So we yeah, I guess we actually weren't alive.
Yeah, sorry about
I
that.
know what you meant.
Yeah, thank you.
I know what you meant. Good slogan.
Yeah, anybody?
We weren't the first person or group of people to think of Ripit. We had to buy the trademark from the people that had
wow.
it.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, and we were able to get those deals done. Thank God, because I fell in love with the name and the brand. Or the logo. It's part of the reason why I decided to do it myself. I was like, I was inspired by just seeing the logo. But I think digital repacks are so disruptive in such a booming business for the following reason. I've not spoken about this yet. This is not financial advice, but when it comes to collecting, let's break down how you would go about getting a card. Let's talk about it. You want a card? How do you get it, AJ?
For me, I'm usually buying slabbed cards. I'm a little bit weird, but usually you go to the card shop, you buy the box, you rip it,
you chase it
in your house, you chase it.
Yep.
And there's a high coefficient of friction in the experience, end to end, for sure.
So, the way you said first is by far the smartest, most efficient way and best way to spend money when it comes to collecting.
Totally.
If you want a card, a specific card, go find it on eBay, go to your local card shop, buy it in a slab. I wouldn't buy it raw and then try to grade it. Grading fees are expensive. It takes a while.
And it could be fake.
It's probably not going to 10. It could be fake. Buy it in a slab. Smartest way to collect. Before digital repacks, the next best option, I guess, was to like buy a box or a pack and like cross your fingers and hope you get the card. And then even if you do get the card, you got to then cross your fingers again and hope that it gets a 10, which is an uphill battle in itself. I've graded a bunch of these cards. I've seen my friends grade a lot of these cards. The gem mint rate is not high. No. That's just the reality of the game. You obviously have better odds of getting a 10 if a card is pack fresh. But man, let's call a spade a spade. Rip and sealed wax is tough. It's tough on the wallet. The expected value, EV, is not very high. In fact, it's between 5 and 30%, and 30% is generous. So let me explain. If you buy a $100 box of Pokemon cards, baseball cards, basketball cards, it doesn't really matter. It's across every category. you have about you'll probably get $5 to $30 worth of cards back.
It's true.
Granted.
Experienced it way too many times.
Yeah, no, everyone has. And every collector knows what I'm talking about. However, shit's fun. Dude, you get to open up a box and like rip the cards. It's awesome. It's awesome. But it's not always awesome for your wallet. In fact, 70% of the time, it's probably not awesome for your wallet. So you had buy a slab outright if you want a card, and then you had rip a box or a pack, and then hope you get the card you want, then hope it gets the grade you want. Okay? Digital repacks lies right in the center of there. It fits this slot where the floor, the EV, is generally, for most of these platforms, and especially on Ripit, much higher than that of sealed wax. And you have, obviously, this opportunity to hit a graded card, so you don't take the grading out of the equation, that is a multiple up to 25x of the pack price. And so you have the entertainment value. If you're someone who likes watching it on screen and flip and rip and stuff, I do like it, and it's instant, it's quick, and I can make a purchase and make another purchase or chill, whatever I want to do. It's like I have the autonomy to collect and shop how I want. And there's a fair criticism that even I had when I first started shopping on some of our competitors, and when I spoke to the CEO of the biggest one, I said, my man, how is this not gambling? And he responded with the following. He said, well, actually it's not, because to be gambling, you need three things: prize, consideration, and chance. And in gambling, there is risk of 100% loss. That's what makes it a gamble. There is a chance you walk away with nothing. Put $100 on red, it hits black, you got zero, bro. You're walking away with nothing. Digital repack platforms, it is not a spin of the slot machine. It's not putting it on red. You are always making a purchase. And depending on the floor of the platforms, it is a percentage of the amount of money that you spend. And then if you want to compare apples to apples, if you think that's gambling, is opening up a pack of Pokemon cards gambling? Is opening up a box of Pokemon cards gambling? If you say yes, it's okay. Well, technically no, because you are receiving something of value. The risk of 100% loss doesn't exist.
It does not.
You're getting something of value, and with Pokemon cards, it's a game. It has utility. You can play the game with it. And so for me, I kind of got educated into what this space was and what we were building, and I found it a useful, better way, more fun way to collect. And as a shopper and a buyer, I really enjoy it. And not financial advice, my personal opinion, I think it's a better way to spend money if you want to collect cards than opening up sealed wax or packs of Pokemon cards, which super fun, but man, you just paid $223
and I made
for a pack. And then you pull the $270 card. You will not get that type
99%.
Yeah, I was about to say, the odds are you will not get that type of EV when you're opening up physical boxes.
100%.
Can you tell us more about the 0 to 1 process of building Ripit? Because you're a serial entrepreneur. You've built numerous companies, numerous brands. Walk us through the genesis of Ripit, and then walk us through what you feel makes Ripit unique and differentiated in the marketplace of other sort of gotcha companies.
Yeah, and gotcha, it's unfortunate that that's the term, GACHA, but it sounds like gotcha, which
does,
it's whatever. I guess that's what it's becoming. But
that's funny.
Yeah, I know. When I saw that, I was like, shit. All right. So when I first saw the landscape of the digital repack platform, first thing I said was, yo, this marketing sucks. These brands suck. They're not fun. They're transactional. The platforms don't give a about you. What is a better way to market a product that I think is cool, and how can we incorporate a community? Well, we started off and are going to build a physical box breaking arm, because I think selling on Whatnot and live shopping and getting an opportunity to interact with people who are interacting with your brand and coming to buy a product is really cool. The community portion of the digital repacks, I feel is not very good. We wanted to create a platform with heart and that had awesome marketing and could tell really cool stories about the cards that were on the platform. That was the first white space I saw. And then obviously going about actually building it is a completely, entirely different process.
So many cards.
Bro, dude, if I,
probably
let me outline for you.
Yeah.
The tech, the procurement, the regulatory and legal standpoint,
Vaulting, insurance.
Insurance, bro. The vaulting agreement we have is 100 fucking pages. It's the business is insane and hyper competitive, and everyone's doing it. And so it's how do you stand out? Well, you can give the users the best odds possible, or like highly competitive odds where your margins are razor thin. You can make the platform and UI pretty good. Ripit is pretty good and pretty fun. We're improving. We're still like technically a startup. So shit, I just kind of blanked. And you can procure the best cards you possibly can, and getting inventory, going to shops, buying them online. It's
the taste of the curation and inventory.
Yeah.
It's the taste. Like right now, for example, we put a CoroCoro BGS 8.0223.
I'm chasing it.
I mean, bro, it's on the site and can be pulled from any pack. No one else is doing it. Why would you rip anywhere else if you know that when you come on ours, there's a chance you hit $150,000 book? Sure. I don't know.
Wow.
But you mentioned something, and it's kind of like the elephant in every room I go into. So not every room, but like, some people are, I think, suspect of my ability as a builder and entrepreneur, because as I mentioned, I've had failures, and I'm honest about that. And it's, I think, one of the downsides of being a little too ambitious. I'm trying to build stuff, and in order to build stuff that works, you gotta partner with the right people. And man, I historically have not always done that, and it's not obvious at the moment, but then you learn things and you're like, damn, like, how do we fix this? Then you're walking backwards, and so when I built Ripit, there was one guy. There was one guy on earth that I would trust to build this platform, because I will not have a repeat of the two that come to most people's minds. Sure. I cannot. This platform, God willing, is the one. This guy built originals. I trust him with my life. He is such a good person, and he has built a fantastic product. Space is hyper competitive. We're learning every day. We are going to evolve beyond just what we are now. That's, I think, what will ultimately separate us. This is like phase one.
Can you say more about that?
No.
Phase two? No, okay.
No. But, even this podcast and everything I'm saying, it'll get clipped apart and people have opinions about it. But I'm trying to let the work speak for itself and the card speak for itself. Actually, I took a screenshot before we got here of some data, because we just crossed a pretty cool milestone. And I understand why people would have concerns about something I'm building, but a lot of people also don't, and they trust me, and they're ripping on the platform, and it's working. We just crossed 50,000 rips.
That's amazing.
Wow. Today.
How long is the ability to rip and open or online?
Say again.
Congratulations. Like how long? Because I know you guys launched recently. When was the launch date? So like, how long has it been since
I think it's
the
been
first rip.
I think it's
Months,
been
dude, so
no. So we had a wait list, and we kind of like soft launch. Official rip, official launch, I think it's been less than like 3 weeks.
Wow. That's huge, bro. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, I can say this because I've watched your evolution in the business universe, and my assessment of you was that you were just super idealistic.
Yeah.
That's where you were.
Yeah.
And idealistic people, and also very trusting. I mean, super trusting, idealistic, but also desirous of creating things.
Yeah.
And with this belief that anything is possible.
Yeah.
Obviously, that can get you in incredible places. And you can see it over and over again in life. It gets you in incredible places. You don't want to squash that in a young person. But I've seen you evolve now. You still have all of that in you, but the idealism is now pragmatism. You are a very pragmatic individual now when it comes to business.
Thank you. Yeah, I have to be. Man, I'm just in a position.
You have to learn. It's just unfortunate that you're like learning on the world stage.
Yeah, and
Just like,
it sucks, man. And like,
it's a double.
I get that for some people. I have trust to earn back, and I also understand that for a lot of people, I'll never earn that trust back. And if that's the criticism, it's fair.
There's more people.
I hope my actions and what I'm building can speak for itself. And we're not always going to be perfect, but we're gonna try to be. And if something goes wrong, we're gonna try to make it right. And I think this is the one. I think and I love collecting dearly. I love this medium of collecting dearly. I love digital repacks. So I made my own, and I'm going to try to just be the best we could be.
So here's a quick question for you. As you know, if you were not Logan Paul, and you were just an audience member,
like the person
Pokemon
online
fan.
who looks like me but isn't me.
No, the
Or
guy,
like
the guy with the boobs. That
Oh,
you were
yeah.
talking about.
The boob guy.
That guy.
But you're not Logan Paul, and as just an audience member and a consumer, you know, would you enjoy your own, like a Logan Paul video? Would you enjoy Ripit?
Would I enjoy the videos I make or the platform?
Basically,
that I make?
because for me as a filmmaker, as a director, like you know,
Yeah.
I'm constantly reminding myself I'm the audience. Right? I'm putting myself in the perspective of the audience. You know, seeing the edit, seeing it put together, but at the end of the day, like the audience member is me.
Yeah.
Like I'm making it for me.
You make
like,
stuff.
I'm making what I think is good.
You make
know
stuff
what I mean?
you like.
So like
That's the passion.
I was just asking
That's
you
the
like,
passion.
how do you feel about your stuff? Like I know the answer. Obviously, it's a redundant question. The answer is yes, but like
No, it's a
but,
good,
I just think it's an important thing to share.
It's
You
a
know what
good
I
and
mean?
fair question.
Yeah.
So, as someone who makes content, excuse me, you have to be.
I just throw up.
My wife. The next one's gonna be. The next one I'm yakking.
Yeah.
Just AI that.
As a content creator, you gotta be able to remove yourself from the fact that you spent hours, tens of hours, and tons of money making the thing. You gotta look at it from an unbiased viewpoint. And I've been able to refine that viewpoint over the years and completely remove myself from what I'm making and watch it from a person who likes Logan Paul, a person who's neutral about Logan Paul, doesn't give a fuck, or a person who fucking hates Logan Paul. And I've been able to refine each of those lenses over the years in a way where I think my storytelling ability has gotten very good. This CoroCoro hour-long quest video that I just put out, like,
I think it's the best content you've ever done.
thanks, man.
It's
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'll say this arrogantly. I made that video hard to hate on. I made it hard. Like, there will be people, but the people that are hating on it are then getting shit on because they're like, bro, like you're just blind hating. Which, by the way, fair. You're entitled to that opinion, but I generally try to like the things I make as the viewer and someone who's being entertained.
Like basically everything you do, you would do it for $0 still. It's kind of like
I couldn't do it with $0.
Well, like, but
would
like
I do
for
it
yourself-
for
it's for
$0?
yourself. It's for yourself.
I mean,
Is
bro,
that what I'm- that's what I'm
I've been
getting at.
making videos since I was fucking 9 years
I
old.
also wanted
for
to ask you,
$0.
were you were editing all your own videos, I assume, too?
Editing?
Yeah.
No. Hell no. What the? No. Hell
So
no.
you've never edited?
I know editing.
Yeah, but you're an edit. You're a director.
I'm a director who knows how to edit, which, by the way, super important for anyone who's the
post-production's
Dude,
key.
you got to know post-production. I am in the fucking weeds of the edit, but I am not editing. I want to give a shout out to my editor, Gio.
Nailed it.
Dude, he's
Turalba.
nice.
Dude,
Yeah.
yo, this guy is a fucking god at editing. He is so good. And him, that's my videographer, Kevin Galvan, Kevin G. Mauve, and Gio are
Shout out.
the nastiest content trio that exists. It's us. I mean, we have other people. You know, shout out Abby and Hayden, who was my editor and shoots with us sometimes. But like, man, we are from the moment he captures it on the lens. And then I'm scripting the thing and the piecing together the story and doing this. And I send the script to Gio, and he's taking the parts of the thing that he shot to make the story work that works in my mind. Like, we figured it out. We've cracked the fucking code. And that video is one of 3 more that are
yeah.
coming out this year.
Trilogy.
yeah.
One of which is the most insane fucking story that will ever be told in Pokemon history for the rest of time that he knows about.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
Let me confirm. I'll be the quiet
Can we
guy.
get a little hint,
It's
Logan?
Yeah.
Maybe a little
I
trailer, little.
can't because it's unfolding, but just know like it'll probably be the greatest Pokemon thing I ever make because it's
wow.
bigger than Pokemon. It's bigger than Pokemon.
That's why.
And this story is still unfolding as we speak.
I feel like you had 3 concentric collecting quests happening at the same time.
They were. Separating was a nightmare.
And I think I was very much part of one. The other I was sort of adjacent to. But the one that I was a part of, and I reached out to you, was on Manga. And boy, oh boy, did we go deep into that universe.
Oh my God, that's right.
And the timing could not have been better.
That's right. So, man, when you reach out to me and you're like, I think I've discovered an interesting category. I was like, I'm all ears, Jeremy. What is it? And he started pitching me on manga, Japanese comics.
Of course.
Dude, I understood it immediately. Immediately, I was like, oh my God, how is this not huge already?
It's where the genesis of all these things are.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
All of these amazing IPs started in Japanese comics called manga.
And also, like the Japanese, they call it the manga pyramid in Japan. It's like, it's been the same since the beginning. Like, I had an idea that was like, I had a dream, like, oh, I gotta get a Japanese partner. I want to make this into an anime and get a manga. And I had the opportunity to like meet with.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and they're my friend. Yeah. AJ, one of AJ's friends, high up in Japan, and met with like Sony and what for it, and they were basically like, haha, you'll never ever do this ever in Japan. Do it in America. Like, we hate you, basically. Kind of vibes. Like closed doors. But it's like, because they're so traditional, there's like such a respect to it, and there's a pyramid where there's over like 50-something thousand mangas submitted weekly to the main companies, and like 1 or 2 of them get made. And
that's
so
insane.
So the people that made Yu-Gi-Oh! Or made One Piece were those broke, hungry creatives. One of my favorite stories ever is Kishimoto, the guy who made Naruto. He was literally going to animation college, skipping class, sitting in his dorm, using the animation facilities to make Naruto entirely himself. And he knew he was going to get kicked out of the school. He didn't have enough money to pay the tuition.
Wow.
He was homeless when he submitted Naruto to TV Tokyo and got the deal.
So cool.
And like there's like 1% chance of that. So it's even more valuable than I even think, than people think, because of how hard it is to actually get the manga made, and how many ideas never got made, and then the fact that the idea is then good, and then
which is one of the reasons why
the
the successful ones have changed the world of IP and the world of entertainment. Now, with all of that said, the pitch was essentially, I've spent the last 30 years watching comic books go up in value so rapidly that the top books 30 years ago were a couple $100,000. Then Nick Cage comes in and pays $1 million for a book. And now the top books are worth 15, 20 million, maybe more, honestly. Probably a lot more. With that said, manga, they started grading it a couple years ago, and I've been watching it and watching it and watching it. And I started watching the Ascension, and I was like, it's the same thing. I'm not going to miss this twice. And especially after the fire. Because for me, I needed to take a total change of direction. I think I would have gone mad if I tried to recreate what I had. And so, like, and by the way, this isn't a woe is me thing. Like, I came out of this like the phoenix, baby. Like, I rose from this.
Sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. But
Respect.
but I couldn't do the same thing again. And I think psychologically that was a little painful. It took me a minute. But dude, once I saw that, I was like, this is adjacent to everything that I understand. It is so in the nascent period. And I called Logan as much to kind of get your kind of collecting intelligence to see whether it hit you the same way it hit me. And dude, you were off to the races.
And immediately.
Yeah. And so, oh my God, it was like.
No, so that's what I mentioned. It's like, I get a call, like it's a call or a conversation with someone who's like, have you thought about this? And I'm like, damn, no, let me think about that for a second. And I got it. I'm so sorry. I'm holding in a cough at the moment.
Take your time, dude.
Something happened.
No, you're good.
Get you a water?
I'm fine.
You got water?
I don't need a water.
Watered through it.
I'm fine. Nah, I got it, Jeremy. And then, man, you came to me with a crazy proposal.
Crazy.
Bro, the One Piece magazine meant 9.0.
No, I came to you with the Dragon Ball 9.
I too.
All right, so
That's right.
I
That's
go to
the
Logan and I said,
Dragon Ball,
highest graded Dragon Ball 1, 1984. Okay, there's only maybe 100 graded in the world. I don't know if there's more than that.
A little over 100.
Little over 100.
Wow.
And this 9.2 was pretty precious. Okay. Now the challenge is we paid probably 20 times what the last person paid. Well, not Frank, but the one before Frank.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
You said something to me, I think it was the night you bought my card, that has really resonated with me, that these collectibles are kind of like investing in a little bit, not financial advice, I'm not saying it's investing, but I'm comparing it to like a seed round,
venture
and a
capital,
Series A, venture capital, like it is that. It's like, what round are you getting in the company, in this case, the asset. And so like for us, I'd say this is maybe like a Series B.
Ooh, I would say earlier.
Really?
Earlier, right?
Yeah, I think it was more like the friends and family stuff had already occurred.
Okay.
And we were like seed B before an A round.
Wow, really?
Dude.
Because we paid $550,000 for them shits.
Yes, we did.
How the f*** is that a series? How's that a seed round, man?
Well, dude, I mean, do you remember what SpaceX was when it was a seed?
Yeah.
I mean, there was many billions. So, in my opinion, the thing to compare that Dragon Ball to is the Action one, or Superman one, or Batman one. Golden Age comics. Because this is 84. 84 is Golden Age as far as I'm concerned when it comes to manga.
Definitely.
So, and the scarcity, I think there's fewer of these graded than there are the Action and Superman. Now, over time, that may change a little bit. And then you came to me with the One Piece, which I was super appreciative for. Yeah. I mean, that was really great. And then also we helped each other out getting the books as well, the individual first edition, first print books and we both have the highest graded Naruto, One Piece, and Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a lot of fun to do this. And by the way, again, people can say, oh, pump and dump, all that stuff. Guess what? 6 years on that Pikachu Illustrator card. Yep. And we'll probably hold onto these books for years.
It's going to be a very long time.
Yeah.
Also, it's like...
So it kind of parlays beautifully into, like, how do you think about when to buy and when to sell? What is the heuristic you're using? Because a lot of collectors are very reluctant to sell. So, some never sell.
Yeah. Well, I generally don't sell.
Sure.
I am not a seller. I'm a collector.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to move that card. And in fact, when I had the Pokemon or Pikachu Illustrator, when Ken had already done the deal with me, there was a time where I swear to God I was this close to hitting him up and saying, I'm going to give you your 2.5 back. I don't want to do this anymore. I woke up one morning and felt wildly uncomfortable that I was letting this card go, which was insane. Because in my head, I committed to selling this card. I even talked to I'm like, Nina, I don't know if I want to move this card. And we ultimately decided to sell it. But I don't like selling. So when to sell, I mean, shit, man. For me, it's got to be something in my life needs to be going on where it's like, okay, this is the moment. I just sold, for example, I did just sell an Erling Haaland, one of one Superfractor.
The timing.
Amazing card. I'm looking again at like the manga and the CoroCoro, and I'm like, yo, shit, I literally just spent like I don't know, $3, $4, $5 million. I don't even know. Dude, I spent $9 million on collectibles since January. My accounts are like, what the f is wrong with you, bro? I'm like, I don't know. But I
confirm.
Trust me. You gotta trust me, guy. You gotta trust me. And so I'm spending a lot of money, and I'm like, World Cup's coming up.
Yeah.
Holland is on fire. Could use the money. If there were ever a time,
now's the time.
Now's the time. So listen to me. For anyone who wants to sell collectibles, especially the high-end collectibles, timing. I cannot stress enough how important timing is if you want to liquidate your asset in collectibles. It is everything. And you have to wait and recognize that moment, which is also a skill. Why now? You want to get liquid, it might not be the best time. And with buying, this is a little bit of a two-way street. So with buying, when the market is hot, everyone wants to sell because the market is hot. But if you buy, you're paying a premium because the market's hot. But since the sellers are now coming out of the woodwork with things they normally wouldn't sell, even though you're paying a premium and you're paying extra because the market's hot, you might be able to get things that previously were inaccessible. And so it depends what you want, it depends what you're chasing, and it depends if you have the capital at the time and are comfortable with taking maybe a bit of a gamble in what you purchase and if you believe really in the thing that you're buying. I was able to buy a lot of stuff currently now because people are selling because the market is like they're going to make a lot of money. And dude, good for them. I'm happy to do the deal with you. Pokemon is an amazing thing in that the transactions, like both sides are often grateful. It's not like good deal, talk to you never. I have lifelong relationships with some of these people that I've done these deals with who are now like very good friends of mine because we shook our hand on a deal and got something done and like, yo, open line. What do you need from me? You want to be connected to this person? I got you. Hey, can you point me in the direction of where someone who has this card? It's the network effect of Pokemon and collecting in the community is beautiful, man. It's beautiful. It's such a cherry on top of what we all do. And if you haven't, because I just did this and I hadn't before, I suggest going to conventions. And this is, people are gonna be laughing at me saying this. I'd never been to a convention. Because like I always just thought I would get like swarmed or like, I don't even know, just like I didn't think it was a feasible environment for me to go into without like hordes of security. But I went recently and like, bro, boots on the ground, talking to people who love the same thing you do, doing deals, transacting. It's
so much love.
Awesome.
It's much
awesome. Oh, and by the way, bro, shit, man, where were the haters? Because they're really vocal online, but I didn't see any there.
Exactly, dude.
Where were they?
Literally yesterday, I go to a card shop and I'm just like asking the guy. I'm just buying some stuff for myself, having fun. I'm asking the guy just out of curiosity, you know, 'cause I'm like editing these videos and stuff. I'm like, oh, what do you think of the like Illustrator like sale? He's like roasting it, like blah, 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 blah. Thought it was a scam, da, 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 da. I'm like, oh, okay, great. We're getting to know each other. We're being friendly, and I like buy a few cards, and at the end, I'm like, yeah, just, like my brother bought the card. Like, and they're like, oh, bro, follow us. Like, let's collab. Like, like instantly. You know?
It's weird, bro. God bless that. God bless him. God bless him.
I mean, I thought he was a nice guy, but like, it's just the internet, dude.
Oh, the switch was crazy, bro.
It's the internet. It's not a human experience really when you're like commenting on internet. You know what I mean? It's like
it is not real. It's not real.
When you're at the card party and the places, that's a real experience. Also, what's great about Pokemon is that someone could be like a sworn enemy. You can't speak the different languages, and you both realize like, oh, you like Alexander?
Yeah.
Like literally solve world peace.
Dude, the internet's not a real place. It's not a real place. Like yo, put your phone down.
Yeah,
go touch some grass and kiss your daughter on the head. Like yo, like life is beautiful, and and the beauty does not exist on X. There's some parts of it that are entertaining. It's all that, but like,
I mean, you ever seen what a phone looks like in infrared lighting?
No.
You should look. It really looks like it's sucking the soul out of your like face because everything else is like black, and then you just like.
It's a Black Mirror, baby.
Like,
literally
on your face.
So something I wanted to make sure we touch on is,
it's true.
In addition to Pokemon and manga, there's so many other categories of collecting that you're investing in now and have invested in the past. And I want to kind of unpack the taste of Logan. Like I want to understand as a collector, when you're making a buy decision, whether it's at an auction or a private sale, like how do you get to yes? And I'd love to hear some other stories of what I know you've bought hockey sticks as an example. You've bought all kinds of things. There's probably some things you wanted to buy but didn't. Unpack some of that for us as well.
This is a great question. I really appreciate this question because I think the answer is what makes a great collector. The differentiator between what separates a good collector from a great collector is taste. What are you buying? Why? And hopefully, does it function as an asset that appreciates in value? If you're someone like me who's putting a lot of your money into collectibles instead of putting it in stocks, which you probably should, by the way.
You don't own stocks, is what?
Oh no, zero.
Or bonds, or T-bills, or.
I love that.
That is savage.
Not a single. No, why?
Yeah. So it's literally house, needs, food, water, shelter, collectibles.
Yeah, collectibles. Yeah. And
by the way, just I just want you to know what I was thinking. What I was thinking,
savage.
What I was thinking is perhaps Logan sold the Illustrator because when one asset gets to be too heavy in any portfolio, you want to redistribute it a little bit.
No.
What I didn't realize was you were redistributing all of it back into the collectible category.
I'm God.
I was like, stocks, bonds, real estate, this, that. He's like, no, CoroCoro, manga,
Jeremy.
Pokemon.
On God.
Yeah.
That was not the plan. I basically promised myself I was not gonna do this again, and I'm gonna like do something that kind of like a little more rational with the money. And then, bro, I just caught that bug. I just got that bug for multiple things. The one thing I can't mention yet, but that was the big one that started all of it. It was like I just got that bug.
Can I just say it is great what you did. We can't talk about
mission.
The secret mission.
Still going.
Is it Pokemon related?
Yes, sir.
That's exciting.
That's all we can say. And that one, I'm probably $5 million in at the moment. Wow. I didn't expect to put all the money I made from the card you bought for me back into Pokemon, bro. But here we are.
Yeah.
So, but you're having fun.
Bro, I am having the most fun I've ever had because I'm not just telling kids stories anymore. I can make an hour-long documentary about CoroCoro and hook people that don't give a about what CoroCoro is. Taste is the differentiator. I am a person who likes best-in-class assets. The answer and way for me to find these things is it's a little bit of a cheat code because I can see something be like, that's the best, and I can hopefully afford it. And so I guess for people who like are working with a budget, which I hate. I hate budgets. I hate them. I hate them. Because like if I want something, I want something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Do whatever it takes.
Do whatever it takes. Sure. I'll make some silly decisions. But maybe I'm not speaking so much to those people, but for me, it's what is this? Okay, how does it look? What is the aesthetic of it? I think it's very important, and I don't think people pay attention enough.
That's interesting.
How does it display?
Yeah, sure.
When someone looks at it, will it captivate them immediately without understanding what it is? And then what's the story? Can I explain the story in a sentence? Can I explain it in 2 sentences? With the glossy Pikachu, I could probably get that done in a sentence or 2.
Yeah, that's a Steven
First
Spielberg.
Pokemon card ever. No PSA 10 exists.
Easy.
The best story. There's a Steven Spielberg quote. The best stories you can explain in 1 sentence.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
By the way, I also want to add in the product world, consumer products and toys and whatever, you want to be able to capture the audience in a second when they're walking by without them having to describe too much about what the product does or what it is. You want them to understand the positioning, you want them to understand the utility, and you want them to want it emotionally. And obviously, you guys did a great job with Prime in that regard too.
Thank you. Keep it simple, stupid, or keep it stupid simple.
So how does it display? Is the story succinct? Can it be told in a sentence? Those were 2.
Yeah.
Or are there others that are brewing for you? Yeah.
What does it represent? And then I guess you have to use the ability to have a little bit of foresight. What does the market look like? Like what is the landscape look like? Is this like, for example, I think game worn memorabilia is a bargain right now.
Yeah.
I think game worn is highly undervalued. It's game worn, bro.
Buying moments.
You're buying moments that some of the most famous best athletes 100%. That have ever graced this planet have worn in some of the big moments. That's awesome. Yeah. Game worn memorabilia. That's something I put a little bit into. I should have done more, but I put it all in Pokemon. But so you have to be able to have a little bit of foresight. Like how is the market you're buying into, and one day could people understand it? Like I know some people who have been sitting on these glossy Pikachus and the Jigglypuff that came next to it for years, and to them it made sense. First Pokemon trading cards ever, CoroCoro. Yeah, these are like, obvious. But it didn't, it took me to come around and say like, hey, like this is the story of those things for people to really understand it. And so those people arguably had fantastic foresight.
Yeah, they did.
And good for them. And so like, I'd say foresight is another big one. And are you buying into a market that has the ability to become big or is like simmering? One Piece right now, for example, I believe, is simmering.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's simmering. And when I first started hearing about the One Piece trading card game, I'm not gonna lie, I did this.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's like Naruto right now too.
One Piece. I was like, there's no way. And I catch myself in those moments, and I say, I'm not gonna be Unk. I'm not gonna be Unk here.
Can't be old.
And shun something just because I don't get it.
Yeah.
There is real traffic here. Like this exists. Maybe I don't get it. That's a problem. That in itself is almost an indicator that this is something to pay attention to. And then you start digging into the data about One Piece and the manga and how it's like the greatest selling manga of all time in the third amount of the time that Superman did. And okay, that's interesting. And then you look at how many people like One Piece, and the show just got picked up on Netflix. It's being renewed for X amount of seasons. They're remaking the anime. Like, oh my gosh, hold on a second. I think One Piece is this current young people's generation's Pokemon. And so what does that look like as it evolves? And I think that's potentially an interesting market to dive into. I have not gone crazy with the trading cards because I just don't know enough.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. I just don't know enough about it. The manga is something that, like, I don't know why, like, I kind of understood.
Well, because it was very identifiable. Like, we knew, like, when you're dealing with trading cards, the world is vast. When you're dealing with manga, you know the very first issue, the first appearance.
Well said.
That's a lot easier to socialize.
That's part of the simplicity thing. That made sense to me. Like, if I don't understand something, it's going to be hard for me to, like, buy into it.
But the one sentence, this is the birth of Luffy.
Bro,
What was that?
Easy.
Done.
Yeah.
And scripts,
Also,
same idea.
Scripts too, bro.
Also, you, if you don't remember, you shook my hand on camera. You promised you'd go on a treasure hunt with us.
Can it be for a dinosaur?
One of the, of course, it could be for a dinosaur. You could do multiple if you. We could go on a first date if you like it. We can go on a second.
This is amazing.
But we want to put a team together. All right. And one of my friends is good friends. He does he built the backpack for speed. You know, like the Starlink backpack.
You about to tell me you want to find the One Piece?
We want to go into the bottom of the ocean with sonar technology and find Ichiro Uda's ending to the One Piece. So he dropped the ending of One Piece in a treasure chest at the bottom of the ocean.
So we've done. So we that's fair point.
They filmed it.
Did he?
We don't know for sure. There's a lot of subreddits and people that have pontificated. It's actually even more complex.
Big ocean.
Because it's within 200 nautical miles of the coastline. So even if you were to pick it up, it's technically property of the Japanese government.
That's tough as well.
Yeah, that's a little tough.
Nautical government rules.
Yeah, that's challenging.
Tough.
Yeah, so we have to deal with the Japanese Coast Guard. We'd have to get approval likely from One Piece and Uda to do it.
Yeah.
But
so when are we going?
It would be a real quest.
That is
Jeremy in a
that is
scuba suit.
1,000 times harder than finding a needle in a haystack.
Yeah. But it's a fun concept.
It's actually not.
The concept's great.
It's not as challenging as we kind of know where it is roughly.
Explain.
It would take 1 to 2 weeks of sonar to likely reflect off of it.
I don't think so.
It's a gamble.
If you can get it done, you should do it.
And also the hardest part about it all is they put it in a glass ball, so that thing's rolling around.
Well, I mean, I was going to say.
It's moving. It's moving.
Yeah, I was going to say the Titanic moved. Yeah. Like, just FYI. Yeah. The Titanic, like, you see like a snail trail.
That thing's
like,
whipping around.
Like, the Titanic moved.
Yeah,
you think this little ball? This little ball
It could be in the Philippines.
It could be in the stomach of the giant carp.
That one's tough.
Yeah.
Let me put this on your radar.
The dinosaur, though.
I'm sure it already is. Do you know there was a ship in the early 1900s?
With the dinosaurs, yeah. But you tell the story, though. I think.
Yeah.
It's the broad strokes are there was a ship, I think it was early 1900s, maybe like 1920s, 1930s, that was crossing the ocean, and it sunk. I think it was a German ship, and it sunk with a bunch of hadrosaurs on board. Dinosaur skeletons with, these ones had the skin on them. Yeah. And it sunk to the bottom of the ocean, and it has never been found. It is still sitting on the bottom of the ocean one day, and theoretically, if you could find this thing, and the maritime law for who owns it, is it's past what the equivalent of statute of limitations is. No, it's yours.
Yeah.
Theoretically, if the skin of the dinosaurs and the bones had been able to be preserved in salt water, which is that the big gamble? Yeah. Bro, you're sitting on a crazy story.
Oh yeah,
and there's a group of guys that were trying to do this.
So I guess it begs the question, right? If there was no budget, Logan, no budget, and any Grail was up for grabs, what is on your wish list?
The one I just mentioned really excites me.
Yeah, because the shipwreck with the dinosaurs.
I think you could find it. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure you could find that thing. Like, you put 2 to 3 weeks in, and maybe $500,000 to $1 million, you could probably find that thing.
Wow.
The first thing that came to mind, though, is finding a T-Rex. Bro, if you can unearth a T-Rex, you've just achieved a generational accomplishment. That is. Can you imagine the moment your brushstroke uncovers like the nose of or eye socket of a T-Rex? Oh my God, I would shit my pants. That is insane, and there's so few like complete skeletons, and like the skulls are amazing. Dinosaurs, I think, are such a cool asset class. Don't even get me started on those.
And you've invested a bit in dinosaurs.
Yes,
you have some teeth, maybe a leg, right? Can you say more about that?
Yeah. I think I have about 7 T-Rex teeth, one of which I unearthed myself.
Really?
Cool. Awesome, by the way.
This is in Hell's Creek.
This was in Hell's Creek with the hooligans.
Yeah, we love those guys. Yeah.
Jordan, Montana, I believe. They're awesome.
Family business.
A family business, bro. They're awesome. Those kids, the family, Clayton, the dad, just such
mustaches.
Yeah, such good people who love what they do. Dinosaur cowboys. They just scope the earth and just dig it, stick their little knives in the ground until they they're currently unearthing, I'm sure you know, what could be the biggest Tyrannosaurus ever.
Really?
The teeth would certainly suggest that. It is the biggest rooted tooth ever.
It's a 14.5-inch tooth. Broke the record. So they have the Guinness.
They showed us that.
Yeah, we showed.
Wait, so
Guinness World Record.
So for people who don't understand, like myself,
sure,
tell the proportionality. 14.5-inch versus like what would be considered big or big in the past.
Anything over 10 inches is big. Yeah.
That's what I've always said.
What are we talking about again?
Size matters.
Size matters.
Please tell me how many inches is equal to big.
Yeah.
I mean, I ran into you at Sotheby's just the other day.
Yes.
You were roaming around. Yes. You got a sweet look at Gus prior to the auction.
Yep. Prior to the $50
you were there.
Were you bidding on that Tyrannosaurus?
You know, I swung at it.
He swung.
I mean, the story of Treasure Trove is a story of David versus Goliath, again and again and again. And again. And as we keep getting bigger.
Yeah, but you got it on the Mario game.
We did, and a bunch of other things. We've been buying all over the place. For sure. But,
I did think it was going to go for higher.
Yeah, for sure.
That explains.
Is this a good time to announce what the Iron Man was in terms of that?
The comic we just bought?
Yeah, in terms of the...
Yeah, sure, man. Yeah, definitely.
You might as well.
Yeah, I mean, so we do it. Yeah, I mean, a few weeks ago, this was like another one of our treasure hunts, and I'm a huge Iron Man guy. Yeah. Robert Downey Jr. is my spirit animal.
Amazing.
Right, like 2008, I was in high school, the movie comes out, and he's forging the Mark 1 suit in the middle of a cave in the Middle East. And Iron Man got his start in March of 1963. It's a Stan Lee classic, the origin and first appearance of Iron Man and Tony Stark.
Tales of Suspense.
Tales of Suspense, number 39. And that book has been lost for a while, as in there's 2,700 of them that have been submitted to CGC. One is in a 9.8, and it's been the top guy for many, many decades. We finally found it, and we acquired it. We got it. We got it. It was a $2 million book, which I thought was... And
so you're saying because that is a value.
Cheap. So
that is cheap for that book.
What's crazy about it...
9.8 Silver Age Grail.
Yeah.
And we also knew, too, there was some art that was going to be sold.
The splash page.
Derivative of the book. And that sold just 3 weeks later for almost $4 million.
Yeah.
And
God!
The art is always less than the Grail comic. So
God!
The appraised value of that comic.
Did you say 1963?
Yeah.
That is
March
That
1963.
is as old as my father.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, on the back of the comic, there's like shoe shiner ad. The comic has a 25
Yo,
cents
that is
per, price
insane.
tag on it.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's so cool.
It's
cool.
It's so cool.
insane, man.
No, but like
Goodbye.
that was
Goodbye.
That's a good one.
top buy. I mean,
Yeah, you guys are
essentially-
active, man.
Yeah, very active. It's getting exciting.
It's escalating
Yeah.
for sure.
I got one a little older. I got one.
You got a little older.
One
Oh
that's
yeah.
like just a couple years older.
Did you announce that one yet?
No.
Okay.
But I think that would be considered the Grail of my manga.
It's a manga.
Yeah, it's a manga.
Astro Boy.
Godzilla.
No. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Godzilla's a banger.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real good one.
That original Godzilla cover is beautiful too. The
We
art,
held
yeah,
that.
it's
We held
beautiful.
a few
I
raw
love
copies.
Godzilla personally.
Obsessed.
Yeah.
Would you hold the raw copies?
Amazing.
In Kyoto, I met
Yeah.
with the same
Did you
guy
get
you
any?
met with. Huh?
Yeah.
Did you get any?
I didn't. I passed. We very rarely buy things raw. I mean, I know what you bought. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you hold them?
I did. Yeah,
The ones that I bought?
Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess I only bought one of them, but I did buy it raw, and
That's right.
and for a lot of money, but the condition's insane.
It was fantastic. Yeah.
It's and I haven't
Sometimes
graded
you
it yet.
So talk about. Oh, you haven't. Okay. So talk about this. Right. So you've got a bunch of different authentication companies, grading companies, CGC, Beckett, PSA. When you're thinking about submitting a Grail of Grails like that, how do you decide as to where to?
I have to be really careful with the way I answer this
I mean,
question.
let
Let me think about
We're
it.
in the after hours of the podcast.
So, again, by default, I'm an investor in PSA. Look, I was an investor in Golden.
Yep.
And then they had some sort of like, I don't even know, acquisition, acquired,
Yep.
like partnership in. So by default now, I'm an investor in PSA. It is like a nominal amount of money for like what I consider like a big investment. So it doesn't really affect how I like talk about PSA or answer questions about them, or even like I don't always feel inclined to get stuff graded by PSA, but I will say I do like PSA. I know a lot of people have their qualms with them, and a lot of them are really valid, but I'm kind of on the flip side of like, I know what it takes to run a company of that size. It is not easy. There's areas of improvement, and like I get it. You're not gonna be perfect all the time.
Yeah.
But they're the juggernaut at the moment. And I also can say like I look at a company like Tag, and I'm like, dude, they're amazing. They're amazing.
Good
They're
job.
much smaller.
the
They're
way
doing a
the
great job.
Slabs look too.
The slabs look amazing. They got a scale. Beckett as well. Like I think the way Beckett grades is awesome. I love the Beckett manga slabs.
Yeah, they're nice.
like I adore the
They
Beckett
have
manga
like the
slabs.
manga like
Yes,
lines.
and
in
you
the
can
Japanese art
pick your
lines.
pattern.
Yeah. Oh wow, really?
Yes, you can pick your pattern. The ones you're talking about are called speed lines, and I know because I just graded a 223, and I picked the speed lines. It was like awesome. And then obviously like CGC, been around forever, another juggernaut, and very good at grading comics and their cards. Like I have a lot of respect for all of them, and I have relationships with all of them, and so I'm a bit agnostic, and like, you know, maybe something makes more sense for one grading company than it would for another, or maybe, for example, PSA isn't grading manga just yet, and I think they want to do a big manga grading thing with me, and so like I'm considering that. But CGC wants to do it as well. Like, you know, like they're asking us to rehold our big slabs.
Yeah.
It's a big ask, but you know. Do I want to maintain a relationship with them? Yes. Do I like them? Yes. What do the slabs look like?
It's easier because they're under the same umbrella too. No.
Beckett and PSA.
Beckett and PSA.
Yeah. That is true. So it's really PSA versus CGC. I think at the moment. Tag is great. They're a little small and like
Tiny.
They're new.
They're new.
You know, PSA's been around forever.
Yeah. And I think they're both great, and some cards I'll grade with CGC, some I'll grade with PSA,
Sure.
some books I'll grade with CGC, some books I'll grade with PSA. And I don't know, it changes.
Yeah.
It's similar to how you said about selling. It's kind of like in the moment sort of.
Little
timing.
bit. It's I was gonna say, what am I feeling on the day? Like I don't know.
And for the collection that you've assembled,
Yeah.
are you saying, hey, you know, I've got a spreadsheet, I've got everything inputted, I'm appraising things on a quarterly cadence with my financial advisor. Like, how are you? Because if you don't own stocks, you don't own bonds. I mean, what's tricky about collecting is these things aren't marked to market in real time. They're marked to market episodically, and they trade hands very infrequently. So when you're putting that amount of your own personal capital, how do you consistently appraise and underwrite and think about the collection that you've assembled?
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Yep.
Put it in the vault, forget about it, or maybe go visit and look at it when I'm intrigued or like want to be inspired. Like I said, having these things in my hand so I can look at them is like important to me.
Yeah.
And I'll sometimes do that for like inspiration. My accountants keep track of all of that. That is the like not fun side of this stuff that I like don't like. But like, bro, I like make no mistake. When I keep saying I'm a collector.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm a hoarder.
Yeah, sure.
I hoard. What I'm doing is hoarding.
Sure.
I am a hoarder.
What is your zodiac sign?
Aries.
All right. Makes sense.
I'm a hoarder,
So
bro.
if your house is burning down, I know this is too soon for Jeremy.
Damn, son. That's insane to ask in front of
Go ahead.
And you
the
could only save 3 things
Oh, jeez.
from your house. What would they be?
Wife, daughter, and the small dog.
Collectibles. The collectibles.
You said 3, bro. Big dog's been acting up. All right. Barring the humans. Or barring the animals.
The collectibles.
Well, they're not at my house. So I'm all right.
Let's assume they.
Let's assume they're at my house. All right. This. Okay. The very first thing would be something I can't say.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
Because it's part of this thing that's I can't
sure,
say.
sure,
I can't say.
Stay
so.
tuned.
Stay tuned. Gotta be the Charizard, the first edition Charizard.
BGS,
It's my guy,
great.
my baby. And then probably the One Piece 9.0 manga because I co-own it with Jeremy, and he'll be like, "You
pissed.
You fuck
Not
with
again,
bro? Not again!
Not again.
I couldn't tell him. I couldn't tell Jeremy. You won't believe what happened.
Oh, God.
I lost our manga in a house fire.
I got the Charizard.
So one we can't name. We got the Charizard. Pick a third.
Pick another one.
Pick a third.
That peel that well, you haven't peeled yet.
Yeah, no. Okay, like my CoroCoro uncut sheets for sure.
Yeah.
And then, man, I really like that Wayne Gretzky hockey stick.
Yeah,
That's great.
one.
By the way,
love
that's
that
the
fucking
best
hockey stick.
That's one of the best deals
I think so too.
that you've
that was a banger.
ever
I think
made.
so, too.
What
It was
did you
like
pay for that?
330.
330, yeah.
Yeah,
36.
I think, and that was his last
It was
game.
his last
Final championship game, not his last game.
Last
final
final champ-
championship game
Even
hockey
better.
stick.
No, dude.
Even
I mean,
better.
his jersey sold for 2.9. too.
I mean, look.
I know,
Yeah.
which is great. To me, it's like
Yeah.
The stick
this is the
where all
fucking
This is the thing.
this is
where
the
all the
thing.
magic
This
came
is the
from.
fucking this is the sport.
He shot the.
Well, he
fuck
is.
Up with the thing.
And if you look at his stats, his
ridiculous.
greatness, his championships, and his stats are just almost impossible to compare to
He's the
anybody
great
else.
one.
He's the great one.
He is levels above every other
Everyone.
hockey player. And like you compare, like, yes, Michael Jordan is the fucking GOAT, and he was definitely better than everyone else. But I think Wayne Gretzky was better than everyone else in a bigger spectrum than Michael Jordan was better than everyone else.
So we just
100%.
did this analysis at Treasure Trove just last week,
Whoa.
which blew my mind.
Whoa.
But so if you think about the value of the Chicago Bulls, the actual team, it hasn't transacted in a while. It could be anywhere from $4 to $6 billion. That's generally the
4 to 6 billion.
Yeah, that's generally the market
Got it.
rate. So we ran an audit on every single Michael Jordan collectible that has transacted and exists, and also made some estimates on things that have not transacted. And it turns out the value of Michael Jordan collectibles, one man, is over $2 billion.
Jesus.
So one man
Easily.
is worth
Jesus.
a half to a third of the franchise value of the Chicago Bulls. That is wild.
I will tell you.
Insane.
I will tell you.
But just the collectibles of the one man.
exactly.
this-
Just the collectibles of the one man.
Think about this. It's been 40 years since he debuted. 43 years, something to that effect. And you look at his annual royalties right now. I think he makes $250 to $300 million a year in royalties from Nike.
Oh, yeah.
I believe he's paid roughly 5%. I think it's a 5% royalty. It means that they got to be driving $6 billion a year in new product. So $6 billion a year times the 35, 40 years that he's been active, and then discount that.
But he's got money.
Yeah, he's doing.
Did you watch that thing I sent you?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna watch it. I'm watching it today. I'm watching it tonight.
No pressure at all.
No pressure.
I'm curious your feedback.
I can't wait.
I sent him a thing that I made, which is one of the next things that I have coming out.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. Actually,
did you see news about me buying a Michael Jordan signed floor court from
I know
Heritage?
about it a little bit. Yeah.
That was supposably used in his second.
Yes.
You bought the court?
I bought the court. It was a court. It was a piece of the court.
Yeah, we
8
saw it.
foot
Yeah.
Or
the Sotheby's one. The different.
There's
Heritage.
different.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I bought an 8 foot by 8 foot piece of Chicago
smaller.
Bulls floor court. It was smaller than the Sotheby's one.
Side court, not center court, right?
Correct.
Okay, correct.
Yep.
Okay,
That was supposedly used during the second
The Last
three-peat.
Dance. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Signed by Michael Jordan. They didn't market it as this, but I did research on it. It is his biggest signature ever. There's a photo of him signing it. The signature's fucking huge. I got it for I think $562.
Yep.
Moment of silence.
Turns out, it is not what they say it is.
Sure.
And they will say it is what they say it is. It is objectively not what they say it is. So the only way for me to not move forward and have to pay $562,000 because they were making me do it by this certain date was to file an injunction, which made SportsCenter news and and it's hold on a second, let me inspect this item and verify its authenticity first. And I tried so hard to verify that this thing was what they said it was and that it was used during the years of 1994 to either 98 or 99, and I could not do it.
Didn't check out, yeah.
I could not do it.
Yeah.
What's more, as this house of cards was falling down, I discovered that this is just the tip of the iceberg in items that have been authenticated and actually don't have the proof that they are what they say they are. I believe I'm sitting on a story that is going to rattle the sports market to the core, I think. I don't know if people will care, but maybe they will, because there have been some just shady up shit that's happened.
Yeah.
And that's what this video is that I want to get your feedback on.
And it's the just the very nature of the authentication and photo matching of sports related items at large.
It appears that one company in particular said things were used or are things that they actually are not.
Oh my God.
That is my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm right.
But
I'm right. And I know this company is probably a little nervous. I know they know exactly who they are, and I know they know that I know this shit. And it was weird because I took a little bit of an investigative journalist role and did some proper homework and research on all this stuff, and the story just does not add up, and it's unfortunate. And all of a sudden I see this court pop up on Sotheby's, the center court from the Bulls that was supposedly the same court as mine, except interesting, this one came with a letter of authenticity from the Bulls. That's weird. So what if I talk to the guy that gave him that letter of authenticity and ask why mine didn't come with him? And I asked him questions that he couldn't answer. And he's a good guy. He
bystander.
Yeah. He could paper trail what he knows, but it was capped. And that court sold for $1.8 million.
Yeah.
This is kind of interesting where
That's crazy.
in the equity markets there are quote unquote activist investors. There are people like, say, Bill Ackman or Dan Loeb, hedge fund managers, that they'll do rigorous detective level analysis of companies. They'll buy a stock and then they'll go on CNBC. They'll chirp about that stock. And they've bought a significant position. They then use the power of their name and their institutional credibility to uplift the stock. They also do the inverse, where people will short stuff, right?
Yes.
So they'll do analysis. Oh, the accounting's a little off. Oh, this doesn't smell right, and then they'll unleash that, right? So what is happening in collectibles now, that it is a multi-trillion-dollar asset class, is we're seeing those dynamics at play. And you, my friend, are a very key node in this whole thing because you are an activist investor, whether you intended to or not, in big categories like Pokemon, right? And Pokemon is a $30 billion collectible category.
God damn.
It's half the size of Palmer Luckey's company, Androl.
Jesus.
It's approaching the size of the Nintendo company itself. Nintendo's a $50 billion company. Pokemon trading cards as a collectible category is now $30 billion.
Bro,
right? So
that's insane.
So when you drop these videos, it sends ripples through the entire market. So, positive or negative, depending on the story and depending on the angle. But I say all this because I'm curious. Like, are these kinds of things crossing your mind as you're doing what you're doing, or is it you're just kind of waking up every day and just doing what you're passionate about?
No, it definitely crosses my mind.
Of course.
Yeah, no, I'm aware of it. I appreciate that context as well. That's insane. I don't think I'm moving $30 billion worth of stuff, but like, yeah, things exchange hands. People make decisions based on what they see and what I put out. I try to be, for the most part, I've tried to like amplify via education instead of like maybe like shitting on like I wouldn't say I'm on the like short side of that. I think I've made this clear before. All I think I'm doing is telling really great stories, and that is cool. That is entertaining. People make then decisions on like the story that I've told. I consider it like maybe shining a spotlight in like a dark part of the ocean, and now we can see that part of the ocean, like understand it and explore it. And some people are into it and some aren't, or they'll make their own opinions about it, which is great. Like, can it spark a dialogue? I've seen some people that are like, I don't get these CoroCoro cards. What, like, who cares? Well, shit, I really care. But I don't think I can make decisions on what compels me and what I want to tell stories about based on what I think it's going to do to the market.
Sure.
I'm just not like I know, dude, people call me a LARPer and they'll joke and like gatekeep the hobby, which I also think is kind of like not right in itself. Like, you're not a gatekeeper. And by the way, if you've sold more than I think 4 cards from your personal collection, you've sold more than me. So maybe you're the LARPer. but it's fair. I understand. Like, I came into Pokemon and swung fucking big and like disrupted shit, and like, a lot of people made businesses out of it and were able to get cards that they didn't want, and maybe some people were priced out, and like I want to be sensitive to that, and it is still very much like a kid's game of playing cards, and also a game for kids that adults also play. But it has become a little institutionalized, and I understand that criticism as well. And I think gatekeeping the hobby in any fashion is kind of actually counterintuitive to what this game was originally supposed to be. It's supposed to be trading with your friends. And the fact that I'm doing it at an extremely high level rubs some people the wrong way. But I think the people who are upset about it are just upset that I'm doing it at a magnitude that they cannot. And by the way, like, they're entitled to all their opinions, and I'm entitled to mine. And if we're gonna disagree, fine. And
it's also the times are changing rapidly. Like, for example, when we were growing up, I mean, obviously Pokemon was new, but we lost cards. I remember AJ had a binder of Charizard, like just a binder,
pure Charizard.
like literally, AJ had a Charizard binder, and I'm guaranteed there was a couple first edition Charizards in there because we were maniacs, and all we ever wanted for our birthdays, Christmas, anything was Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
and they're gone just because of the way things happen, upbringing, you move, homes, divorce, all this stuff that happened, whatever.
Sure.
And now our little brothers, we have half siblings that one just turned 9, one's 13. And they have vaults that they open up. Sure. They have slabs, and they know the value of every card, and they keep them like they're sacred items.
So
it's a different time.
It would be very interesting to me to see how the kids are interacting with this franchise that we love as adults and what it does to them as they grow up. How will they remember Pokemon, and will they remember it like we remembered it? Because, you know, the criticism would be like, oh, it's inaccessible. I see it all the time. You ruin the hobby. Okay, that's a little intense. What?
That's why I'm actively trying to force them to watch the anime and like play the game.
Find
the love in it.
Yeah, well, find the love, but perhaps they're using it as a way to understand transaction and markets.
They're into the fact that it's a collectible. That you can tell that they're like, oh my god, like for example, we just for my brother's birthday the other day, I bought him like thousands of dollars of Ascended Heroes, dumped them on the table, and we were just ripping, trying to get a Pikachu. Obviously, we didn't. But and then literally next day, he goes to a card shop, rips it in a pack, gets a Pikachu, like off camera. I was like, oh my god.
I mean, but it's cool because these kids are going to be able to develop skills that I didn't. They're going to understand scarcity, negotiation, markets, taste. Because like I didn't do any of this when I was a kid.
Well, it begs the question, right? So, and this may be for you too, Jeremy, is the evolution of the collectible economy. When we were kids, Pokemon, we were playing it. We weren't collecting it. Now people are actually less playing it, more collecting it.
Yeah.
Right. So
is that true?
100%. I mean, our little brothers are a perfect example.
But also remember
over the next like 10 years, 20 years, like when we're in our 40s and 50s and 60s, like how is this whole thing going to evolve? Like, is it going to rival other asset classes? Like the fact that you're sitting here as a successful young person, putting most of your net worth into collectibles as a store of value and investment, to me is the tip of the iceberg. Yeah. People don't give a shit about stocks and bonds that in the way they care about this hunt.
Which, by the way, they should. Do not fucking emulate what I'm doing with my money. It is absurd. I'm not. Please, like, don't buy Nvidia.
Disclosure,
stocks, please, for the love of God. It's just not for me, man. It's not for me at the moment.
But even if it's 5%, 10%, 20%, whatever it is, that's off zero, man. That ripples through the whole world, right?
A couple of things. Number one, I tell people 10% of their assets, collectibles, max. That's what I say. Now, obviously, Yoda. That's coming from Yoda, okay? It doesn't make it true or absolute. It just means that is, if you're looking at a very diversified portfolio and you're rebalancing it, it just means that, God forbid, something happens with collectibles, that you're always going to be in a safe place, you know, where you're seeing an annualized growth regardless of what happens. Now, secondly, the question that you ask is what's going to happen when you're in your 40s and 50s. That was a question I had to ask when I was in my 20s and 30s, working with these companies and creating this universe that we're in right now, which I will tell you is something that I always wanted. So 25 years ago, when I started in the toy business, the adult collector was the 5th largest consumer group. It was behind age 6 to 11, 2 to 5, 0 to 2, 11 to 15, and then this adult collector, okay? The 40-year-old virgin, the nerd, the goofball, the alt culture guy, all of that stuff. My vision was that there could be product that would compel larger participation from adults. It all started back with WWE when we created Classic Superstars, and I convinced Vince McMahon to invest time and effort in the alumni, which, if out of sight, out of mind, he was very binary about that. But the Attitude Era had ended, and it was very important at that time to create revenue. We were going to be pulled off the shelf. I continued that through Dragon Ball. I continued that through Pokemon. I continued that through any number of brands that you guys were playing with when you were 10 and I was 30. And here's the thing. To me, this is like, I don't know if you've ever heard of the show Mr. Holland's Opus, where there's an old professor, okay, in a classroom of kids, and all those kids come back to him when he's older, and it's fulfilling. It's like, this is that moment for me, because I get to see you guys talk about this in the way that I wanted to talk about it 20 years ago.
So insane.
So what's going to happen next is that Pokemon and these brands, they're still going to have community. They're still going to have an enormous group of people that embrace these things for the fandom and the community and for the play and for all of that. Mm-hmm. It just so happens that the playground is much bigger now. Okay, it's much bigger. And you're going to have also individuals that are in it only for transactional purposes. And so the field of play goes all the way from purely transactional to purely fandom and everything in between. Whereas before, it was only about fandom and it was only about collectability. Yeah, it was only about fandom and it was about community. Now, the last note about this is that when you are a Pokemon consumer, you are focused on the game, you're focused on all of this. I believe that the future will have more of these large IP. You know, Pokemon will still be huge. It'll be the biggest. It's the grandfather. But there's going to be many more large IP over the years. Big opportunities along the way.
Even just clicking further, right? I mean, the fine art market is $2.5 to $3 trillion. Trading cards is $80 billion.
Yep.
It's still a speck of the fine art market.
Yep.
Right. So, does trading cards become a $1 trillion asset class?
That is entirely possible. Because we're also like sitting at a table where we're mostly Pokemon nerds. We didn't even talk about sports.
Yeah,
we didn't.
Bro, sports are insane.
Yeah, we were both at Fanatics Fest. We were all at Fanatics Fest.
Fanatics Fest is genius.
Bro, don't even get me started on Fanatics and Topps and Michael Rubin and Mayhan's ability to create they are better than you even think.
Yeah.
They are so fucking good. They gave me like a little product demo of like what some of the cards that they have coming up with Topps and sports are, and like how they're differentiating product and some exciting new releases. It is so good. It is so good. And it makes me happy because I think the sports card could use like a little bit of an ignition in the creativity of what's being released. Yeah. And these guys are on it and more.
I also think like the problem with the sports community is that, Pokemon, I mean, me as a consumer, I buy the cards for the art. And when you're buying sports cards, you're buying like photographs of these real people.
Yeah.
So there's like, I feel like it's
Do you watch sports?
That's what separates. Yeah, definitely. I watch sports. I'm not like a sports maniac, but as a kid, I could name every single player on the starting lineup of in the Mets and the Knicks and the Rangers. But as I got older, I played Division I lacrosse in college, so sports was a big part of my life.
Got it.
I think that's also why I think Pokemon is exploding so much, is because it's more of an escape. It's more of a portal.
It's definitely a portal. They're both escapes though in their own way.
That's also me as a personal bias.
You also understand Pokemon like really effectively. If you don't like fully understand sports or like something about a player, or even like for example, to me, I found the differentiation and categories of sports cards kind of confusing. There's a lot of different brands. I'm not really sure what to buy or why, or like I get the serial numbers, but that's super easy. Like I just didn't fully understand it. I've become much more educated on it because I think we're going to be diving into sports pretty heavily with Ripit, and also I started watching sports. I tore my tricep and just started watching sports crazy. Sure. And my wife loves them. So,
what's your favorite sport to watch?
I mean, it's probably football, but I love watching tennis.
Yeah, man.
I love watching tennis. And
he played like Division I tennis.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Love paddle.
Fun
racket
sport, dude.
Yeah, it's fun.
Fun sport to watch. I wouldn't mind if my daughter becomes a tennis player. I found the World Cup wildly entertaining.
It was.
I was not a soccer. No, you know what? Fuck that. It's soccer, bro. I'm from America. It's soccer. I was not a soccer fan by any means. I like the goats. like the Ronaldo, the Messi. Like Haaland's my guy.
Sure.
Was a prime athlete at one point. He's amazing, crushing social, like just like a young guy, so good at what he does, like forced to be reckoned with. But I started watching soccer this World Cup, and oh my God, what this is gonna get clipped. What a sport! I didn't know.
What a sport!
I didn't know, bro. Of course, it's the biggest sport in the world. I didn't know. I never know, but now I get it. It's so entertaining and like.
I love how the clock never stops.
The clock never stops, and bro, these players are beating the shit out of each other.
Stepping on each other.
I did not realize how physical this sport is. And since the field is so big, unlike basketball, where like you're gonna get called on everything. Like, to be honest with you, bro, part of the reason it's hard for me to watch basketball is the fouls.
Yeah.
In some of the games I watch, there was more fouls and free throw time spent me watching fouls and free throws than the actual game. It's annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying.
With soccer, the refs are so far away from the action on all parts of the field. These motherfuckers are grabbing, tearing, talking shit to each other. It's crazy. And I'll be honest with you, I always thought it was kind of like a pussy sport because I played like American football and we're beating the fucking shit out of each other. We're roughing each other up. These guys are roughing each other up.
No pads, dude.
No pads, bro. In the final game of the World Cup, I seen a dude do a flip.
Yeah, that was
He
wild.
got hit, he did a flip. Argentina's dirty.
Yeah.
They're dirty. They're dirty players, bro.
Yeah.
But they're fighting. Like, literally, they're fighting.
Did you think it was a little dramatic, though, that flip? Did you think it was orchestrated?
I mean,
This is another thing about
what I
soccer.
love about soccer players.
They can act.
Drama queens.
They sell better than some of my peers in the WWE. Bro, I'm taking notes. I'm watching these guys. And then when they realize no one's watching and the game's continuing, they're like,
Yeah, exactly.
checking their hair and shit.
like, I'm all right. Like,
It's actually these so funny is Jeremy and I have talked a lot about how soccer or football is the world's largest sport, but it is actually among the smallest categories in collectibles in sports.
so interesting.
Right,
Wow.
and a lot of that has to do with the West, right? America, and also MENA, Middle East, and China. Those are the three areas that are just foaming at the mouth. And I got to tell you, every time I show up at a goddamn auction, the person bidding against us is always Chinese or from the Middle East.
No way.
Always. Like when you get to the end game in whatever the hell it is you're trying to get, like even for the Illustrator.
I was gonna say, well, the Illustrator, that's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
We had mainland China, Hong Kong,
Yeah.
UAE,
Yeah.
Saudi. We had a Brazil going on there.
Yeah.
But LATAM. Part of this is just socioeconomic status and the way in which economies are evolving. It seems like a hugely undervalued area.
I agree.
of
I think America in general kind of dictates culture.
Yeah.
If I am so bold to say that, like
We're the entertainers of the world.
we literally are. Like, this is the entertainment country of the world. Like it ends here. It starts here and it ends here. Like, yes, you got the K-pop bands and shout out BTS. Like, bro, massive.
What's up, Blackpink? Yeah.
Blackpink, bro. Like, what's up, Lisa? Like, yes, they're massive.
But they also sign deals with American record labels.
Yeah, true. And I think like if soccer continues to have a rise in the United States and becomes a big part of American sport culture, which it's not, because we have so many big sports. Like all the really athletic people will go to like football or they'll play baseball, but the soccer culture is not huge here, and that's why the USA team just didn't perform like we had hoped they would, because I think all the really good athletes are playing different sports.
I mean, it's so hard to make income if you're like the best athlete in the world and you're a soccer player in America.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like for example, as a test, I was just like one of my Joe Schmo friends. Like, he doesn't even know the name of the team that Messi's playing for in Miami, but he knows that Messi's playing for the team in Miami.
Interesting.
But he doesn't know the name of the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He doesn't even know that.
So it's crazy. But if there's more of that, which is hard, because like Messi is a magnet.
He's a magnet.
Like
he's the best.
But if you had, let's say you had a budget of $10 million or even $100 million to allocate into sports collectibles, how does Logan Paul do that? How are you thinking through that?
I would probably take a strong soccer chunk, because I do think it's undervalued.
Agreed.
And it's the biggest sport in the world. Like, the World Cup has the most eyeballs of any thing ever.
Sure.
So that makes sense to me. It would all be game worn. Like, literally, it would entirely be game worn.
Wow.
And is it game worn? Messi, Ronaldo, like
everything.
Okay, got
like
it.
yes, I would stick to GOATs or people who I think are incredibly promising. Holland, oh my gosh, Jude Bellingham, I think is a fantastic player.
He's such a stud.
Yeah, he's some of the shit these guys do is insane.
Yeah.
I would put a large portion of it into the GOATs currently. I'd buy old GOATs, see if I can get my hands on some Pele. And then I'd find players who are like really young, and probably Lamine Yamal, like, of course, the Wembys of the world.
What do you think about the Hand of God ball being auctioned at Heritage?
Yeah, so I saw that. It's a little past my time.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only other thing about collectibles is like,
Time
like
bound.
we're gonna grow. You know, if it's almost too. I can't relate to it.
Yeah, I'll tell you my take is that
a $10 million estimate on it. Too.
Analogies. I mean, collectors run like a lot of the things you've said. I can say that you're drawing analogies. You're saying, and it's like in your business, if you're making a movie, you say, well, it's like this meets this.
Exactly.
That's exactly what collectors do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The problem with that soccer ball, that $10 million ball, is that there is no historical reference that allows you to say this is a $10 million asset.
I also when I found out about that moment, the first thing I did was look it up.
Yeah, sure.
'Cause he was telling me about it. I was here, and I watched the moment like multiple times.
It's like low resolution.
Bro, I don't know. Like I didn't think that much of it. I was like,
Cool.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Like he kind of hit it with his hand. Like, all right. Like I'm sure, bro. Mind you, I'm sure the stakes around it were incredible, and it was this whole thing. I wasn't there. I don't know the stakes. Like you can easily say, like, yeah, Michael Jordan's shot that won him the championships at Utah Jazz, or the championship at Utah Jazz was like, yeah, that's pretty easy to like understand. That was an incredible shot. Like, where's that ball? Let me get that ball.
Where's that ball? Look, just say this in terms of soccer. Those giant icons that you've mentioned are great. The other opportunity in soccer is looking at country by country who the local goats are, because some of that stuff is exceptionally inexpensive.
Yeah, very cheap.
So if you focused on, name a country, and you became absolutely an expert in that company, a country that has won a World Cup, I think there's only 8, okay? But not necessarily Messi. But you're looking at a country that hasn't had a Messi. There's
do well.
enormous opportunity there.
Yeah.
Because it makes you think too, like when you're looking at that ball, or I'm looking at that ball. I mean, we weren't alive. It's not resonating, right? So it makes you think about if each individual collectible object is storing cultural value, what is the decay rate of that value over time?
Yeah, great question.
Great.
I think about it all the time, and I'm not sure I have an answer.
It just depends.
It depends on the relevance.
Like for something
it depends on it depends on relevance. Like Honus Wagner, we're constantly reminded that is the iconic card. Constantly reminded.
Yeah, it's part of its marketing.
But again, like so, even that card, right? It's an unbelievable card. PSA 8's a Grail. It would probably sell for $60 to $80 million.
Yeah.
That's my educated guess.
It's a Gus level moment,
for sure.
Yeah.
But yet it doesn't resonate with our generation
at all.
Right.
No.
So again, like the other dynamics too are, yes, it is a 1 of 1. It's a PSA 8 and da. But at the same time, those Mickey Mantles are also pop 3.
It's true.
And there's 3 of them. Those would clear $50 to $60 million today. And Mickey Mantle or any athlete, the fact that you have a fictional character that is never going to show up at Epstein Island or tear his rotator cuff or da. But you also have a company like Nintendo who's been around for 137 years.
Are you serious?
137 years, guys.
Great.
And it's
what? Doing what?
It was like a tobacco company that had no heir.
They pivoted.
And they
pivoted.
An orphan inherited it, and then they started putting cards in the tobacco cigarette packs.
This is a crazy story.
The Honus
exactly right.
Exactly,
Yeah,
but they
T206.
both happened at like
Same time.
similar times,
I see.
without like being like one in Japan, one in America.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cool. But again, though, right, like just to play with this a little bit.
It has staying power.
It's staying power. Like
it's
Nintendo is
culture,
like fortified in Japanese culture.
Yeah.
There's a capitalistic engine too.
Yeah.
Flowing into it again and again and again, in a way that there's not for individual players that time.
I think he's right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and I hate the word, relevance it's important. It's important. What that Hand of God, like ball, doesn't have like a huge cultural relevance right now.
Yeah, pretty dramatic name too.
I know. Well, it's great branding.
Yeah, it's
Hand,
good
Hand of God, it's
great
ball,
branding.
yeah, great. It's part of the reason why I'm going apeshit on Godzilla. He's been around forever.
Yeah.
Godzilla.
That's right.
I'm excited for the next movie. I love it with Godzilla. I watch all the Godzilla movies.
Yeah.
he's proven that he has staying power.
Yeah,
Like,
when we were in Japan a few years ago, me and
I got like early ticket screenings to see Godzilla -1 at the Tokyo Film Festival in 4DX. We were in the front row, and like in 4DX in Japan, it's like astronomically better than in America. Like it's like the 4DX theaters in Japan at the
sprayed with
at
water.
Toho.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
I mean, like, we didn't know it was 4DX until we got
People
there.
just slapping
And,
you.
and also there was no subtitles. It was
subtitles.
entirely in
Couldn't
Japan.
understand
Oh,
a word.
I had
yikes.
Google
You stayed?
Translate out the whole time.
Oh, you did?
Y'all
And,
are crazy.
yeah.
I would have.
being
was locked
screamed
in.
at in Japanese.
I was locked in.
Respect.
Yeah. But I mean, that's something as a filmmaker, like the movie prop industry is also like an entire crazy collectible asset.
Dude, oh my God, yeah.
And I think movie posters are incredibly undervalued. Like, just for example, like I bought years ago, and it's only gone up like a tiny bit, like an original Jaws poster. Beautiful.
That's awesome.
36
That's
inch
a good one.
Jaws poster for $3,000.
That's a good one.
Wow.
I will say. I will say.
What do you think?
Yes.
You know? Like,
I am
would.
not personally completely sold on movies and TV shows at the moment. I'm just the Jaws poster, iconic.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the fucking Jaws. That's
Greatest
it.
poster
Goodbye.
ever. Yeah.
Great bye. But I'm not sold on the category in general because I think the oversaturation of content is becoming more and more prominent. Like there's so much stuff in media to consume, and I think like not a lot of stuff has that kind of like impact that like a Jaws originally had when it came out. Like some movies like kind of have that last forever effect, but I think there's so much stuff that we're like inundating our brains with. I'm not sure the like
movies are kind of falling into a like content.
Little bit. It's like, oh, you watch it and you move on. Like,
Yeah.
Yes, there are iconic stuff in movies, but I'm not entirely.
So maybe
You got to watch my movie.
So maybe to bit
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it again.
Yeah.
to build off this a little bit. 'cause
The dollar one?
Yeah, Money Talks.
It's
Life in
actually
Color.
really good. I'll tell you this. Your movie's really good.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely
he's
great.
ridiculously talented.
We won the
Ridiculous,
best
yeah.
film of the Tokyo Film Festival.
Let's go.
Dublin Film
It deserved it. It deserved. I'm not.
Put this in perspective. As a filmmaker, I've
not
never been on a
glazing.
movie set.
or whatever they call
Glaze,
it.
bro.
I'm not glazing. It's that good.
I've never been on
We're
a
at the
movie
donut
set
shop
except
right
for
now,
my
yeah.
own, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
never. Wild. Would love to just see someone else make a movie, right? Through Money Talks, I was able to meet the Russo brothers, and I got to watch them make Doomsday, the most expensive movie of all time.
What?
And I shadowed them for 2 months as they made that movie.
I'm so
Wow.
jealous, bro.
Good
I
enough
went
that
to
they
school with their
invited me on their
nephew.
set.
Went to school with their nephew, JJ.
And what'd you get out of it?
Nothing. I said, JJ, I'm trying to fucking watch your uncles make these movies. Motherfucker, he never did it.
I got kicked off the set and got in trouble.
What'd you do? What'd you do, bad boy?
I just writing everything down, like I'm drawing like courtroom like renders of the sets, like trying to figure the plot out. And then one of the days, I just like, they'd give me like iPads, headphones. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna like put my notebook on my chair because it wouldn't fit in my pocket. And I'm walking around, I'm like really getting in the mix this day. I'm like next to the Russo brothers as they're directing. I'm like talking to the VFX team, like really in the mix. I go back to my chair, notebook's gone. I was like, oh no. And I was already the only person on the set that didn't have like a car, like a pass to get into the
badge,
sound
yeah.
room. So I had to like leave like my shoe sometimes at like the door to like go pee and come back. And then anyways, next thing you know, I got like literally like Logan Paul sized like 8 British dudes in my face in the corner of a soundstage, like, who are you? How'd you get on this set? I'm like, oh, I'm a guest of Joe Russo. I'm a guest of Joe Russo. Thank God Joe like defended me and let me keep my notebook. Come back the next day, they made like a timeout corner for me where I wasn't allowed to leave the corner. And it was like it was like a whole thing.
This is insane.
And then I got Marvel security calling me every day. They're like, sorry, you can't come back. I was like, damn. And they're calling me every day, like, because I have the notebook still. They're like, please, like, where's that notebook? Like, don't leave it in your hotel room. Like, don't bring it with you anywhere. Because I like have all the spoilers of the movie. I could, like, and like, and I watched them make it. And
Yeah.
but now the notebook is in a vault in the Marvel's office in London. I ended up like just giving it. I was like, here.
That's
They kept
insane.
calling me. I was like, just take it. Just
That's
take it. Just give it.
insane. What the f***?
Can you have it back after?
They said after the movie comes out, they said to give it back.
That's beautiful.
Did they really say that?
Yeah.
But this parlay as well. So on this podcast, we are all in on collectibles. People are investing in collectibles.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of categories like Pokemon that we're very bullish on. But what are we bearish on? What is Logan bearish on? It seems like movie props,
I'm not sold on movie
Not really
props.
your speed. Are there other categories or other individual collectibles that you wouldn't touch, that are not interesting to you, that you think are actually going to depreciate in value over time?
Give me some examples.
I would say a lot of fine art categories. It's 2.5 trillion.
What about like retro iPhones? Even that's like
No,
crazy.
I think those would go up.
How about stamps?
I don't even know. I mean, I don't
Listen,
I don't know.
no, I mean honestly.
What about stamps?
No. No, you know what? Here's
For the 30-minute segment.
No, I know this is good. Here's the truth. The truth of the matter is this. And I'm sorry for answering the question on your behalf.
You get it.
I'm representing Logan now.
Guys look alike too. So
Yes, it could be the same guy. It's all about relevance. Go back to the same thing. People are not sending snail mail anymore. They're not licking a stamp and putting it on there as often as we used to. We used to do it all the time. I'd have a whole thing of letters. Like I think that coins, coins are a great category. I don't really participate in it. I think the number of coin collectors have probably gone down over the years. I mean, there's only so many things to collect.
Started. Right?
That's true.
But it doesn't mean that the grails go down in value.
Yeah.
It just means that the everyday average things just don't escalate in value as quickly. That's just the truth.
Are you a Naruto fan at all?
Casually. I mean, I have a really solid
Manga?
Yeah. Tankabana.
I just feel like the cards recently have been having some sort of like
Really?
resurgence. Yeah.
Well, there's a big opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like to like maybe not always like shit on like this stuff. I guess I'll tell you like off camera.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know.
Fair answer.
I don't know.
I don't know.
And it seems like maybe pivot, and we can scrap that section, is when you think about your content strategy, your weekly vlogs at WWE, and you have this, I would say, this emerging treasure hunting genre, if you will. I know you've got, like you said, 3 or 4 in the can. Is that the type of content that you love the most? Is that where you imagine, like, what kind of content is Logan Paul making 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? How much staying power does this collectible treasure hunt thing have for you?
Anything that's quest based is like my pocket. I love going on adventures and telling these fun stories because I think it ages well. I know that I'll be able to watch that CoroCoro video like 50 years from now, and I'll be like, dude, this is awesome.
With your kids too.
With my kids. I mean, this is the type of quest your daddy went on.
Yeah.
And I know it because I'll look back at when I was originally acquiring the Illustrator when we went to go get together, and like I watched it for the first time in like 4 or 5 years. I was like, this is good.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a really good video. It's one of my best videos, and I think it'll age well. Content that ages well and has that staying power is like what I prefer, and people know I have that collecting quest based thing in me. And so when I drop that 60-minute bomb on people, it is kind of out of the blue, but the quality of it speaks for itself. And so it is a little hard to balance WWE, family life, collecting all in one channel, but I've tried to establish my brand as like I just do what interests me.
A maverick, as they say.
Yeah, maverick, as they say. And it has worked, but I do think if I had like a channel specific stuff, it might be a little more effective. I'm just not there yet.
I like the way you do it.
I mean, thank you. Yeah, like
Because it feels. I mean, I know people. It feels authentic. Exactly.
Yeah,
like it feels if you're just doing.
Yeah.
Like that's why I was bringing that question up earlier because it feels like the sole audience member for Logan Paul's content is Logan Paul.
You know what? Hey.
Yeah.
Kind of well said. Yeah. I will say this, in that regard, I have always considered my social media pages as a bit of a resume. Not that I'm like trying to get hired, but more just like a documentation of my work.
Yeah.
Like it's a body of work. Am I proud to post this on my page? Sometimes the answer is no, but like you gotta get a video out that week. And in which case, like, yeah, like maybe that's not something I'm like gonna be obsessed with forever, but occasionally I'll drop a gem. And it's tough too now because getting attention and views on YouTube is
challenging,
really hard, bro. This video I just put out is pretty fucking good. The data, all like it's highest viewed, most retention, all this stuff, sitting at like 1.5 million, which, you know, back in the day, bro, I'll be getting 7 to 10 million views on a vlog every day.
Wow.
Every day. And then I put out a piece of content that cost me millions of dollars, took 6 months to make. It took my editor 3 months to edit, and it's like 1.5. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. And
I mean, we're a few days in, though, to be clear.
Maybe it'll spike. And like, but I am now a veteran content creator, and you cannot be tied to the numbers.
Yeah.
You cannot let the view count of your video affect how you feel about your video or about yourself. That video started as a 7 out of 10. So based on your last 10 videos that you post, YouTube will tell you where this one ranks. It was a 7 out of 10. By any metric, that's basically a fucking fail. But I mean, maybe not a fail, but like for me, it's a fail, bro. Ask Mr. Beast what would happen if he posted a 7 out of 10 video.
Yeah, you'd go nuts.
Back to the fucking drawing board. Sure. The whole team meeting, it was called right now. What the fuck happened? I saw it as 7 out of 10. I went, it's too good. I love it. It's so good. I think it's going to catch. 6, 5, 4, 2 out of 10, 1 out of 10. Pop to my best video.
Wow.
Because I believed in it. It spoke for itself, and now it's resonating. We'll see what happens with it. But like, although it did feel good to get that 1 out of 10, and I love that people love it, I really try very hard not to let the quantity of views on any of my videos or the engagement on any of my content affect what I think about the content or how I feel about myself and my ability as a creator. You can't. If you want to be a creator long term and survive and I use that word specifically, survive this shit show that is social media and make it as a career. You gotta develop skills that'll help you do it, and being emotionally detached from the stuff you produce and the reaction that it causes is a great skill to develop.
It's good advice.
Do it anyway.
It's good advice.
One thing that I want to mention as well is something that we're developing here at Treasure Trove. You know, our content pillars that we're building. We have this podcast, which thank you for being a part of. Course. We have, the hunts.
We got some hunts coming out. We got some hunts going out too.
For each big acquisition.
Yeah, sure. I'm watching.
But one thing that we're developing here that we're about to do in early September is our first sort of like game show, which, you know, you mentioned Mr. Beast, which is inspired by.
Cool.
But instead of giving away money, we'll be giving away collectibles.
Amazing.
And they'll be targeting to specific fandoms. So our first game show is like a Pokemon themed game show. We have Veronica Taylor, the voice actor of Ash Ketchum,
just met her,
for
sweetheart.
a Jeopardy round.
Very nice. Yeah.
But would you want to be a part of that? All right,
of course.
Cool. Amazing.
Long overdue, bro. I'd fucking love that.
It's awesome.
I do got to get out of here.
Of course.
Yes.
I actually am about to go pick up a PSA 10 CoroCoro Lily Mew. It was one of the cards that I did. Someone came out of the woodwork. I bought it from him.
Great.
Bing bong. Means I only got 3 left.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna fucking do it.
By the way, is there a highest average grade for the entire CoroCoro range? And that's got to be you at this point, right?
Oh, I'm number 1.
You're number one.
He passed. Who was it? Like CPD.
CPD.
Oh no way!
CBD. Yeah,
that's huge.
You know what's funny?
What?
You're on the list. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
You're on the list. You're like number 6.
Well, guess what?
Oh no!
It's all gone.
Oh no!
It's all gone.
I'm keeping it there, and I'm not going to tell people what's gone and what's not.
Yeah.
But
well, it's so funny. He has one of the cards I need. So I need 3.
You need 3. Yeah.
The Jigglypuff and the Pikachu, which are the 2 I'm about to peel.
That's right.
Okay? So I really only need...
Yeah.
Well,
And there is a 10 of the Jigglypuff.
There is a 10. There's 1.
There's just 1. Oh, okay.
The pop report says 2.
Okay.
But there's been errors. And by the way, the PSA 10 pop report at one point said 7. And because the cards are hard to identify and PSA grades them wrong and then categorizes them wrong. The Jigglypuff's either 1 or 2.
Okay.
I'm not sure what it is. But I need a Gray Star Jigglypuff. It's one of the ones I peeled 3 of. They all got 9s.
Damn.
He had it. And I
had a 10,
he
bro.
had a 10 and a Gray Star Pikachu. But I need that Jiggly, and he fucking had it, and it got burned in that fire.
The one of one. Jeremy Padawer.
I did.
Let's all have a moment of silence for the Jigglypuff.
Thank you. You want to? Can I tell you before we wrap up?
Please.
What I did take when I was leaving the house, I took a stack of LeBron rookie cards that were on my desk.
Yeah.
And I had some wrestling cards. I took all my wrestling cards.
No way.
I was happened looking the night before, so I took them. The Hogan PSA 10 1981 Poppy, the 73 Andre the Giant PSA 10.
Why didn't you take more? Not like an offensive question.
No,
but if you thought it was something was bad was going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Well, because so I thought it was about a 1 in a million chance.
Oh, no way.
And I was just taking it because it was convenient. It was sitting on my desk. And then the one thing I did take, because even at a 1 in a million chance, it would be important for me to take it, was all the letters I wrote as a kid. Oh. I wrote 1,000 letters to the most, remarkable people in the world. I got back 150 responses from I asked them all, what's your greatest accomplishment and what's your meaning of success? Because I grew up in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I think we both kind of relate to that. I mean, wonderful places, but not the epicenter. Yeah. And so some of the responses are Mother Teresa and Vincent Price and
Mother Teresa,
presidents. Presidents and everything else.
Why you're into stamps.
So I took no stamps. I'm sorry. And I took they're gone. And I put that in my bag and took one change of clothes. That was it.
Wow, man.
And by the way, I took a video. I took a videotape. I took a video, recorded everything in my house, walked out the door. That night, everything burned.
Wow, man.
That's insane.
So I'm shocked that it actually happened.
Yeah.
But it did. So there you go. By the way, have good insurance. That's important.
Yeah, he's preaching insurance like crazy.
Preaching insurance.
Yeah.
So
I mean, with that, thanks for popping on the pod, Logan.
This is awesome.
This was super fun.
Yeah,
from one collector to another, from rocks to Alakazam to the Illustrator.
Insane.
Perhaps dinosaurs next. Let's go, baby.
You think that PSA 10 glossy Pikachu would be more valuable than the PSA 10 Illustrator?
I'll put it like this. It'll take a minute.
It'll take time.
It'll take a minute. I think say it does grade a 10. I think right now it's a $5 million card. Yours is at least 16.5.
Yeah.
So I have to 3x that. I think it would take because you know what else yours has? If I do say so myself, the double world records, the fact that I wore it out to my WrestleMania debut, now it's traveling the world. We know everyone wants it. There's so much lore behind that card.
Yeah.
My card would need some time to get that lore.
The other thing though too to think about, and I don't know what the right answer is really, but with the Illustrator, because there were only 39 made, I mean there's more. There's actually double. It's closer to 80 because Nintendo employees had them. They see. I mean, we all know this. Yep. But this card, there's way more.
1,400 have been graded.
Yeah, that's right. Already. And what will happen, just like it has happened in your manga purchases, the population reports have already over doubled since you guys stepped into that game, right? So, and I like, at least for me, like I'm somebody, I'm like a little more of a growth investor in this category. Yep. So even if you do get a 10, there is a chance that like the mantle or like some of these other things that a few more pop up. That doesn't necessarily.
Impossible.
So say more. Well, why do you think it's impossible?
Impossible. There's no way.
Say more.
It's not impossible. but I think it is. Yeah. I think it is highly unlikely.
Yeah.
I think it's so unlikely. Like here, I said this in the video, and no offense to the Illustrator, but let's say there's 100. Hypothetically, say there's 100. Sure. One of them got a 10.
Yep.
You got a 1% chance you could get a 10 if there's another 100 submitted. But with this Pikachu I'm trying to grade, you have a 0% chance to get it is you have and there's the supply is way more. It's for sure. 1,400 have been graded no 10s. Conversely, you could also say, well, there's only 100 of them, bro. There's a ton of these. I see both sides to it, but.
Well, with the Illustrator, you don't have a proper gem rate because the population count is literally 17 times lower. So so it would be illusory to say that 1% scales. We actually don't know what.
Here's the other thing.
It's very
The Illustrator is and has been understood to be the crown jewel of Pokemon trading cards for probably like a decade now for people who really know.
Yeah, probably.
What I'm doing is shining the spotlight on it, and I would need people to like understand it and also believe it for them to see the value in the card the way I do. And that's kind of back to the taste thing I said earlier. Like, it makes sense to me why the first Pokemon trading card ever in a Pop 1 PSA 10, that's, by the way, a Pikachu, and is the only one to achieve that feat out of thousands that have been graded, is a pretty special card.
It's an undeniable special card. You can't argue with that. Yeah.
You gotta like it. Like that was kind of like a run-on sentence.
Sure.
You got the Pikachu Illustrator. Enough said.
Sure.
It speaks for itself.
Yes.
I'm speaking for the card at the moment, and I think one day it could get there.
Yeah.
I gotta get some lore behind it, and I will. God willing that this happens, but
It's the reason why that no rarity set is so amazing as well. The no rarity, high grade set.
Not buy that no rarity set from Dubsy, bro.
Dude, Dubsy.
I honestly, there were so many things that I had that I was transacting on simultaneously.
I get
it ultimately was just a function of
the
chaos at the time.
That's happened to me. I get it.
And so there can be more than one though. Just
more than one complete set?
Yeah.
So is there more than one Raichu?
So it gets a little funky here.
Okay.
But there are two on the Pop report. There says one Raichu, as you just alluded to, but there are actually two. The other one was mislabeled by PSA in the early 2000s, and it says Pikachu on it. So it's a PSA 10.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then the plot,
I heard you say this actually.
Yeah, so I told
my
you.
God.
But the plot thickens further because there's also a BGS 10 Raichu, which certainly would be a PSA 10.
Yes.
So, and then the minimum pop count across the no rarity set is 3. So in theory, there could be 3.
Yeah,
I mean, it'd be massid pain in the ass to assemble.
Horrifying.
Horrifying.
There's
pain in the
another
ass.
video I did.
Probably
about it.
Probably worse than the CoroCoro. You gotta win over this
like
Swedish girl. You know
You'll never win her
She was in your video a little bit.
You'll never win her over.
Yeah.
She's not moving shit.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Dude. She doesn't seem particularly motivated to move anything.
Very sweet girl.
Yeah.
Her and her father are not selling anything.
Yeah. They got that locked.
Good for them. God bless them. They'll sell the whole collection.
That's right, for like a $1
for an exorbitant amount of money.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh man.
Crazy.
I think the 3 sets that are the hardest to get in Pokemon that I adore, obviously CoroCoro, which I'm about to do.
No rarity.
No rarity.
Gold
Star.
Gold Star's
yeah. That's my addiction.
Bro,
By the way,
the Gold Star set is so awesome.
Our friend in Hong Kong has it. I mean, I don't know him that well, but
complete?
I think he has it complete. There are a few complete out there.
Unbelievable.
When I bought
such good art.
the first edition PSA 10 set for $125,000.
Oh my God.
I was offered the full Gold Star set for $180,000. And I said, nah.
Wow.
Shiny Pokemon.
So
what would that go for right now?
Oh my God.
Millions.
Like times 100 or something.
Yeah, millions.
Like
So the complete Skyridge set sold at Heritage for like 1.3 million a few months ago. Market's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks to you and Maeve just fucking blowing it up lately. But yeah, I think that set would probably be $2-3 million, maybe $4. I mean, just depends on how stubborn the person is who owns it. Yeah.
I mean, if I had all the money in the world, infinite budget, I'd get a Gold Star Rayquaza. That's my favorite Pokemon.
So
cool. The art, dude, it's
amazing.
Fire. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Broke the record too on alt recently.
I saw that.
All right,
for like $600 grand.
Last collecting thought from me.
Yeah, all good.
And this is
we tried to
this
end.
is I know we can't end. We can't end.
Thanks, Logan, for coming.
Sorry, Logan.
Oh no,
I should buy one. You should buy one.
Yeah.
Okay. Apple One. There's only 666 out there.
What, the computer?
The computer. There's only 666.
I almost did
There's
once.
maybe 100
they're
that
amazing.
exist.
They're amazing.
You can buy them for under $1 million, which is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. They are $100 million asset one day. They are museum quality. They are over the top. But think about it. How much time during the day do you hold that Apple device?
Unfortunately, probably my screen times are probably like 10 to 12 hours. Right?
Okay. Mine is in that range. It's outrageous. And what I would say to you guys is that to me is the most undervalued single collectible asset in the world right now.
I'm sold.
Let's go on a quest.
I think what's going to start to happen too.
Yeah.
And knock on wood for the treasure trove as we scale. So I would love to start walking into places like the Smithsonian and just be like, that Apollo 11 capsule. How much for the fucking Apollo 11 capsule?
How much for the capsule?
You know,
You're gonna use the F word.
Walk into the Louvre. How much for the fucking Mona Lisa?
Oh my God.
What do you think? Hey, what do you think the Mona Lisa is worth?
10 bill.
10 bill, right?
Yeah,
At least.
Yeah. I was thinking that.
Would you rather have the PSA 10 glossy Pikachu or the Mona Lisa?
PSA 10
glossy. Immediately.
Let's go.
No disrespect to Mona. I need that Pikachu. Nah, she cool. All right, I gotta get out of here.
Okay.
We did it, everyone.
We did.